Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second
Hello,
T20
everybody.
between South Africa and Sri Lanka. Well, Sri Lanka and South Africa. We are about to get underway. Bjorn Fontaine taking the first ball and on middle stump, and he works it away to mid wicket, and Sri Lanka off the mark with the first ball. Bjorn Fontaine will be bowling to the openers Dinesh Chandimal and Kusal Pereira. Chandimal is now on strike. We will wait between overs to run through the teams because this is going to be quite quick because Bjorn Fontaine likes to rush through his overs. Dennis Chandimal now taking his mark and having a chat with Pereira. I'm joined by Tim. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing good. All good. Yeah. Looking forward to this game, especially
Yeah.
after
I think
our win on Friday. So hopefully we can win again.
yeah. We need to wrap this up as Fontaine in for the second ball on middle and leg. Chandimal misses everything and just straight back past the bowler off the pad. No run there. Yeah, it's been an interesting weekend of sport, just to be sure. Fontaine in for the third ball, and this one on a middle and off, and pushed back to the bowler for no run by Chandimal. No, so the score remains 1 for no loss after 0.3 overs. Fontaine in for the fourth ball, and this one is straight back to the bowler for no run as well. On screen now we can see the South African team. Quinton de Kock, Reza Hendricks, Aiden Markham at 3, Rassie van der Dussen brought in place of David Miller, who has a thigh strain. Heinrich Klaassen and Fontaine in for the fifth ball of the over. This one whipped away to the backward square and picked up on the boundary, and the batsmen get 2. Score moves on to 3 for no loss after 5. Yeah.
I was just going to say,
that was an interesting change.
I was just going to say, it's nice to see Rassie back at the side. Unfortunately for the man to be sitting out is the man who did just so well on the last game, which is a bit of a blow.
Yeah. Fontaine in for the last ball of the over. This one worked away to square leg and a bit of a misfield. They take a single, and the score moves on to 4 for no loss after the first over. Let's run through those teams quickly, Tim. We've got
So Sri Lanka have brought in Praveen Jayawickrama from the ODIs, the left arm spinner, and they've also brought back Kusal Pereira, who was a COVID scare early on, which is why he didn't play in the ODIs. So they've strengthened their team, especially with Kusal Pereira. We know what he can do in this format.
Yeah. That he makes a big difference to this team. Like, it's amazing how bringing in one player, like with the Proteas bringing in Quinton de Kock, it makes a whole lot of difference to the batting lineup. As Heinrich Nokia is going to take the second over, we just need to run through the South African team quickly. I got to Rassie van der Dussen. Heinrich Klaassen is also in the team. As Heinrich Nokia, the ball just run up and then starts again. Running in for the first ball of the second over, and we're on the leg side, whipped away, and luckily bounces safe. That was nearly right into the hands of a fine leg, a squarish fine leg, to be sure. He gets it on the half volley and he tosses it in. Yeah.
So after Klaassen, we've got Pretorius, Maharaj, Rabada, Fontaine, Nokia, and Shamsi. So as we said, it's Rassie in for Miller. That's the only change.
Yeah. I would have, if Miller wasn't injured, I thought that Klaassen's head would be on the chopping block as Nokia comes in for his second ball and sort of a length and worked down to third man. There's a slight misfield by Tabrez Shamsi, and they get 2. Score moves on to 7 without loss after 1.2. But yeah, hopefully the
But we know,
Proteas can.
we know.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, we know you're not exactly Team Klaassen. I know what you mean, but
I brought my good luck unicorn, just so that hopefully the Proteas, the result of this game ends up better than the rugby. As Aniek Nokia comes in for his third ball, and this one outside off and swatted to mid off for a single. Score moves on to 8 for no loss. But yeah, the last minute after full time penalty by Australia gets them the win. South Africa remain winless in Australia. 8 years apparently is the last time the Springboks have won in Australia. So that puts a damper on this rugby championship for Springbok fans, but all to play for still, I reckon. Aniek Nokia in for the fourth ball, and this one is swatted outside edge and straight to third man this time, and they get a single. Score moves on to 9 for no loss. And in other news, Evander Holyfield made his return to boxing at the age of 59 this morning and got knocked out in 90 seconds. Whoever gave him a license, whoever marketed this fight, should be arrested, because if the ref didn't stop the fight, there would have been a murder on screen.
Who did they put him up against?
Second last ball. Yeah. And this one swatted to deep square leg for a single. 9 for no loss. Hi, Simon.
And this
right.
was it some sort of UFC fighter? I know about it, but I don't actually know the details.
Yes. He was supposed to fight Oscar De La Hoya, but Oscar De La Hoya pulled out last week because he contracted COVID. So Evander Holyfield said, "I'll fight," and yeah, he lost in 90 seconds, and it was insane. Aniek Nokia in for the last ball of the over, drops it short, and that's the first wicket. He loops it straight to mid on, and it is taken. Sri Lanka 10 for 1 of the lot of 2 overs. Oh, that was that. Oh, he just didn't get all of that, and that was straight to the captain. I think that's Keshav Maharaj took it. Aniek Nokia is pumped.
Yes, you're right. It's Keshav Maharaj taking the catch, and that's Sandoval out for 5 of 8 deliveries. He was the only significant run scorer for the Sri Lankans on Friday, so that's a good.
It's a good sign for us. Yeah. No, but in comes.
He needs the turn. I don't recognize him.
Yeah. I think
next batsman in is Banuka Rajapaksa.
Rajapaksa is in. Yeah,
Rajapaksa. Okay, yeah.
In at 3 for Sri Lanka. This is game on, chaps. I don't know. What do you guys think is going to be as Rajapaksa's record comes up? 8 innings, 140 runs at an average of 23 with a strike rate of 129. What do you think should be fair for the Proteas to chase today, as we saw that they can make 165, but no Miller in this team, so I think anything over 140 is going to be game on, especially with all the spin that Sri Lanka have. As Kagiso Rabada comes in for the third over, and this one is chopped down straight to. There was a straight to short third man, and there was a shy at the stumps, and no run. I think
the answer to your question is the less the better, but I would say South Africa would be uncomfortable once we go past about 145. This is not a 200 plays 210 type pitch.
No.
Or indeed attack.
Rabada in for the second ball, and this one is swatted down the ground, beats long on, mid on, and it runs for 4. That was not out of the coach's playbook, and that was more of a baseball shot straight down the ground, cross-batted and swatted. It wasn't really in the arc, though.
They say that the pitch report that there's less runs in this pitch than there was in Friday's. So take that with the exclusion of Miller. I would say that's about right. Once it gets to 145, 150.
Rabada in for the third ball, and this one is worked to mid-wicket for 1 run. Rassie van der Dussen has a shot stumps and knocks the stump out. But the batsman was safe. Score moves on to 15 for 1 after 2.3.
Just a reminder that you can tweet us at Guerrilla SA, GUERILLASA, and we have got 1 tweet in today, well 2 if we count Anis Mohammed. Anis, thank you very much for retweeting our YouTube feed onto Twitter. That's super helpful. And then Leah said, hello everyone, and hello to Leah.
Hi Leah.
Hello Leah. Always good to have you.
Leah, who's a significant proportion, if not 100% of our German audience.
Yeah, guten Tag. Wie geht es da? Sprechen min Deutsch. I know enough German to get myself into trouble in Germany. Kakis Rabada in, and this one is worked to a backward point for no run.
I wouldn't have thought you need to have any German to be able to get yourself into trouble in Germany.
Oh, yeah, if I can get into Germany. Customs are fun.
Well, it's indisputably the sort of most civilized and welcoming part of of all of Europe at the moment, actually, which is...
Yeah, except for random checks. Random check. He's Roboto in for the 5th ball. This one drops it short and pulled well for... Is that 4? Was that 6? That looked like it went all the way. 4 more.
One bounce 4.
One bounce. Aiden Markram couldn't get there.
Well, why didn't he catch it then?
No,
he seemed to be running on the outside of the boundary.
I think that went. I think he was trying to
palm it back.
Did just hit there. Okay, literally bounced 10 centimeters inside the rope, and
no, he tried to swat it back, but it was unsuccessful.
Yeah,
that went high.
That wasn't.
That would have hit the roof of the.
That's a bigger hit. Gives himself some room, and this one is definitely a 6 over deep extra cover, and Rajapaksa is showing his worth. 10 off 3, taking Kagiso Rabada to the sword. Wow, he gave himself a whole lot of room, and just launched it over deep extra cover for 6. Score moves on to 25 for 1.
Huge shot. He knew that all he had to do was just get it over the inner ring, and it was safe. But that was significantly more than safe. It was a really good 6.
Yeah. If this is the same, this is the same ground as the ODIs, yeah. It's a huge ground.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, both of those looked like they were just launched. But they both. I mean, the 6 was only. It still landed in the infield. It didn't. I mean, in the between the boundary and the stands.
Anrik Lokia in for the first ball of the 4th over, and this one is worked straight down the ground, picked up by mid-off, and they get a single 26 for 1.
Very, very weird that having really proven to ourselves that spin was the way to go on this ground in the last match, and indeed in the ODIs. That we're now back to having 2 guys bowling at 145 k's an hour.
This is a thing. They don't want to pick George Linder because they didn't pick him for the World Cup squad. So what precedent does that set to the guys that they did select? And it's starting to rain. Oh no!
Okay, well, that's a bit of a bugger.
Bowlers coming in anyway.
And Nokia in for the second ball of the over. This one short of a length, and it is missed by Rajapaksa. Looking at the heavens.
He listened to you, Anis. That was a very good slow ball. Off cutter. He listened.
This is all they have to do. They just bowl those, and then every now and then bowl that one at 147 or 150. And as you, I think the and the covers are coming on. Apparently, this ground has one of the best ground crews, and the players are coming off.
Wow.
Okay, so what?
The ground's not confused. They've just stopped.
It's literally stopped. I think the rain is literally stopped. They've just said, "Wow," and they're going off. They're going off.
No, they're not. No, they're not. The ground stops going off. I'm so confused.
The ground stuff are going off. The players are coming back on. Yeah, it was.
The players didn't leave. They were like, okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
That was like
it was like as the players tried to leave, to join the field, the marching band refused to yield. It was one of those sort of things. Sri Lanka 26 for 1 almost had a rain delay. I got as far as opening my little rain delay box on the on our broadcast software, and now we've had to take it back. So there will be, I suppose, a bit of a delay while we get ourselves organised again, put the bales back on the stumps, and we'll keep going, which is good news.
Yes, let's get the game done. We don't want to know results. We need to have this team play. And again, they're showing that there's a slight drizzle in the air. I wonder who would be more happy to go off between the two teams right now. I'm thinking, they're still trying to get the covers off of the field.
Yeah,
just leave it there, guys. You're going to be back in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, South Africa would be quite happy to have had this little break, having gone for 10 runs the last 2 balls. But I mean, it wasn't enough of a break, really, I think, to get anyone out of form.
And Nokia in for the third ball. And this one is a bit shorter and straight to Quinton de Kock. Rajapaksa attempts a ramp shot, but misses everything and straight to QDK. I'm still wondering why. Yeah.
No, I was just saying, unintentionally maligned Anik Nokia there. Of course, the 10 runs were off the last 2 balls of KG's over. Yeah, I thought he was still in that over.
Anik Nokia in for the 4th ball of his 2nd over. Short of a length and missed again by Rajapaksa. Strike 3, you out, young man. They're 143 k's an hour. And Kusal Pereira is walking up and going to have a bit of a chat. He's just giving himself room every time and trying to work everything, showing all 3 stamps. What happened to you, Miss I Head? Just bowl a Yorker now and come now. Anas.
Yanni Hendrik messages us on YouTube and says, "Good afternoon, Simon. What was South Africa's score?" Well, the good news is, Yanni, that South Africa haven't batted yet. So it's 26 for 1 in the first innings for Sri Lanka.
And if Nokia in again, drops short of a length, and Rajapaksa misses again. It's a 4th dot ball for Anik Nokia, and there's a bit of chat. I love it. A bit of chat and a nod and a smile. Oh, Anik Nokia. He doesn't look the same without the moustache. Can you imagine how much more intimidating it would be if he kept the facial hair? Oh,
yeah, he needs a good, proper, pushy massage.
The verbals, I love it.
Oh, the guards with the back on.
I told you guys. I told him 5 minutes.
You did
they
say
run
they would come back.
These guys, they get paid per run, maybe, rather than per hour.
Hold on. The last time they ran on, they weren't wearing masks or gloves. So when they said,
that's what happened. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Some health minister's been watching on the TV and phoned up the MD and said, Okay, chaps. So rain does interrupt play now. So I think what we will do is probably go to our back to our archives. If you are listening on 1WSR.com, we'll just go quiet on YouTube and on wherever the other one is, on Facebook. and we will jump back on the moment that the game resumes.
We will be back.
Cool. I'll be back.
Yes, everyone. Bye for now.
Right, so we are back on, and are we? Now the players have just walked back off again. This is the most ridiculous series of rain delays we've had. I looked down at my computer to do something while they were taking off the covers, and the players were walking on. I looked back up, and the players all walked off again. Did you see what happened there, Tim?
So literally, the covers were going off. The players stood there, and the players then sat down. They didn't pan to the screen to show that if there was any rain.
Okay, well, all right.
As far as I'm aware, we should be back on in a couple of minutes. But I'm not sure.
Okay, well, false alarm. We'll because it definitely did look like the players sat back down again. So I assume that there won't be any rain. We'll be back in hopefully a couple of minutes. Right. Well, welcome back, everybody. And the news is that shower has passed. I don't think I've ever seen 3 rain delays happen in the space of 10 minutes, each distinct and with their own flavor. So it was quite ridiculous. Yeah. If you're just joining us again, Sri Lanka 26-1. We're in the final ball of the 4th over. I don't know care bowling it. He's bowled very, very well, actually. This is short and gets the shoulder of the bat as I didn't actually see who was facing there. It was Rajapaksa tried to pull him. And it got the shoulder of the bat, flew off down to third man, and they go through for single 27-1. After 4 overs, I will bring Anis in, and then I will see you guys around about the 10th over.
Hi. Sorry. I clicked on the wrong stream. I clicked on the wrong stream. I got there just as you guys left, and then I was like, "Oh, why you guys on? Why aren't you guys back?" A great over for Nokia.
I love that pace. You see, that's how you use pace properly. You don't bowl half trackers in the middle of the wicket. You bowl back of a length into the ribs.
On his shoulder.
That last delivery was perfect. Paksa didn't like it. He didn't like it one bit.
Nokia looks at him and tells him to roll. Aiden Markram coming on, guys. In the no.
So golden arm, Markram. Golden arm, Markram.
Markram in, loops this one onto leg stump and worked away to deep mid wicket for a single. I am disappointed, guys. And off Aiden Markram, who is probably our 5th or 6th choice, bowling in the 4th over in the power play. Keshav Maharaj is brave. Brave. Second ball in, and there's a big appeal for LBW. Kusal Pereira came down the track and missed everything. Keshav Maharaj is going up. No. I told you he's a brave captain. He's a bowling captain. Just go up for everything. What? No. I think that's hit him outside the line.
Otherwise, I think it's not out for every reason. Otherwise, it's plumb.
I think it's hit him outside the line. He's a long way down the track, and oh wait, that's going to be umpire's call. Umpire's call. Where they hit him, on line. It's not turning enough.
No.
Up. Ooh. Umpire's call hit. Whether it's hitting him in line. Yep. Otherwise dead.
My goodness me. I got that wrong. Right up. Wow.
No. Wow. You said it's plum. If it does hit him in line, it's plum. Wow. That was okay. Turns out it was a good shout. Golden arm. Ooh.
Yeah.
Should I start believing in Aiden Markram?
I think you're being too harsh. I think in white ball cricket it's very, very useful.
In for the 3rd ball, and this one swept and beats everything off of Quinton de Kock's leg, and it goes for, that's a wide ball called, and it is, they take a single, so the score moves on to 34-1. I think the reason I'm so anti Markram is because Chepo is so for Aiden Markram. For this one, Rajapaksa give himself some room and chips it over extra cover, and this one goes for 4, and the score moves on to 34-1.
The loft over the top, over the covers seems to be Rajapaksa's only shot. He's got that, or he doesn't seem to have much else.
I'm still waiting for someone to bowl something at its toes, but this one gave himself some room. If he left it, it would have been wide. as Bakra comes in for the fourth ball. This one, he sweeps on the full over short fine leg 4-4. Oh no. A full toss looped up, but that's what you get from a part-time bowler. He looped this one up.
That was a pie. That was a pie.
That was slow, and it was a full toss, and it just needed to be short fine leg, and he lofted it over short fine leg for a 1 bounce 4. The score moves on to the 38. Yeah, 38 for 1 after 4.4.
Yeah. We did this. 10 off the over so far.
Oh, this one is tied. Rajapaksa tries nothing, and it hits his pad, but going down leg, and there's no run. And this one is fielder by Quinton de Kock. Aiden Markram in for the last ball of the over, and he loops this one up, and it's straight back to him, and it's scored! Caught and bowled, and Aiden Markram gives him a stare. Oh!
Another
golden
pie,
arm. Golden arm, Aiden Markram. What? Oh, GA.
I'm sorry. That should have gone into.
No,
that should have gone out of this hemisphere.
But he tries to play it straight instead of cross-backed it and just jumps it straight back to Aiden Markram. Chipper was going to be all over me for this because, as you know, oh no, what has Rajapaksa done? Straight to Aiden Markram, the part-time bowler, in the 5th over, and he hits it straight back to him. And then Aiden Markram still gives him the burbles as he walks off. Beautiful stuff.
So Rajapaksa makes 20 or 13 deliveries. Caught and bowled Markram at Sri Lanka 38 for 2.
The good luck unicorns come in handy. Kagiso Rabada is going to bowl the next over as Dhananjaya De Silva is the new batter at the wicket. 21 innings, 407 runs, average of 22.61, 109.7 strike rate. This is going to be a game on as Kagiso Rabada into Kusal Pereira, who works it to short fine leg, and a poor throw that is picked up by Mid on who is backing up.
Thankfully,
I don't even think that was towards the wicket. Oh, that was a slow full toss up. As you said, another pie, and this is just it straight back to Aiden Markram.
Honestly,
I'm going to put more respect on his name. I'm going to put more respect on his name. Kagiso Rabada in for the next ball. This one is dropped off of the stumps, and it is played down to short third man. But Quinton de Kock does the fielding, and he tosses it back and hits the stumps. But they're back safely, 40 for 2.
Just going back to the fact that we're chasing, I'm glad we're chasing. We know that the side is a good bowling, it's our strength, but we need to be able to chase decent totals in this format.
As Kagiso Rabada comes in, and this one is smoked down the ground, past mid off. Kagiso Rabada pitches one up. Kusal Pereira gives himself a little bit of room and just smokes this one straight down the ground, and it is 4 more to the total.
You bowl half volleys to me, I want to smack you for 4.
You bowl half volleys in T20, and Kagiso Rabada looks, and a lot, and it's just unleashes a loogie. 21 more. Score moves on to 44 for. Oh, this one is big! This one looks big! And it is 6 more! Kusal Pereira this time lofts it over long on for 6. And Kagiso Rabada pitching it up again. Kusal Pereira getting underneath it and just launching this one into the night sky, and it is sent over long on for 86 meters. That ball went, and it was a change-up. He tried to bowl a cutter, and Kusal Pereira had the better of him. As Kagiso Rabada comes in, this one short of a length, and this one worked too short fine leg, gets himself off strike. A throw again, picked up by the backing up fielder, who is Keshav Maharaj, and they take a single. Oh, that one was sent 51 for 2.
Costa Pereira just making sure that South African bowlers know who he is. Remember the name.
Yeah. KG in for his last ball. This one outside off stump, and this one dabbed down to third man. Relief shot for a single, 52 for 2 at 136 k's an hour. Kagiso Rabada needs to use the bowling brain of his and not think that he can just get these guys out with brute pace. He needs to be thinking. Dhananjaya on 2 of 2, and Kusal Pereira is rocketing away. I think he is on give me a second, 23 of 13. So despite losing 2 wickets, Sri Lanka going on at quite a rate.
Well, this is how you go about. This is how you go about T20 cricket. You keep going. You keep going. You keep pushing to that next level. You don't start anchoring the innings now and start nerding the ball for singles. You keep going.
Keshav Maharaj coming in, bowling change. The power play is done. Keshav Maharaj loops this one on a leg stump, turning back away from Dhananjaya, and it gets a leading edge and no run. Still 52 for 2 after 6.1. Maharaj in again. This one, Dhananjaya advances down the wicket and swats this down to long on for a single. I think that KG is struggling to. This is not the KG that we normally know and that we normally see. And and it's a point of concern at this moment. Unless he comes back at the end, he's going at more than 10 and over. As Keshav Maharaj in again on a leg stump. This one worked away, 2 short fine leg, and they get a single. Tabresh Shamsi picks up, and score moves on to 54 for 2.
Just a quick thing, quickly getting Leah says 20 runs at over 150 strike rate. It's not bad as T20 innings. That's a reference to Chapapska. I think she's very true. It's very true. We're critical of the way he got out, but that's very useful.
Yeah. As this one is dropped a bit short and worked away by Dhananjaya to mid-wicket for a single. Score moves on to 55 for 2 as Keshav Maharaj comes in for the first ball of the over and worked away to deep backward square. The sweeper picks up, who is Kagiso Rabada, and he launches that one back in. They take a single. They take 2. 57 for 2 after 6.5. That's why I said when you really score 20 of 13, I was like, that's actually quite good for T20. Anything above 20 in my book is all right. And this one is dropped a bit short as well, enough for Kusal Pereira to be able to play a pull shot off the front foot to deep backward square for a single, and the score moves on to 58 for 2.
That's just what South Africa needed there. 6 of the over, just to bring things in a little bit. They were getting a little bit under attack there, so that's good from a South African perspective.
Yeah, it's amazing how you just need that one over of not getting sent to all parts of the ground just to calm everyone down. And I think that that's why you send the guy who just bowled to the boundary so that he can think about what happened, so you can start formulating a plan. as the Bray Shamsi, the number one T20 bowler in the world, is brought into the attack. Left arm, wrist spin, is the man he said he's learned a lot, the most from, was left out of the T20 World Cup squad because of miscommunication or malmanagement from the higher ups and the selection committee. We will never know. Well, we do know, but we try not to harp on the negative too much.
We can't go into the details of a T20 match. It's too much.
There's not enough time.
It's too much time. There's just not enough time.
Shamsi in for his first ball. Oh, beaten outside off stump. There's a bit of turn. All the Sri Lankan spinners have just sat up in their chairs and seen that and have started rubbing their hands. They see something in this wicket. This is a used wicket, yes?
Yes, I think so. I think I'm right in saying the guys at toss said that.
As Shamsi comes in for the second ball, and the reverse sweep is brought out by Kusal Pereira, and he misses everything straight to Quinton de Kock. So if it's a used pitch, I think that Sri Lanka might have with their quality of spin, might be in the advantage as Shamsi comes in for the third ball, and this one is hoiked away to cow corner, and they get the single. Score moves on to 59 for 2. I would have said that maybe they should. We're looking at the T20 rankings right now on screen, and most wickets.
Yeah, most wickets. To Bruce Shamsi at the top, just by 25 wickets at economy of under 6.
Gone! But Bray Shamsi tosses this one up outside off stump, and Dhananjaya couldn't contain himself. He advances down the track and misses everything, and an easy stumping from Quinton de Kock. He now leads by 2.
Stumpings are beaten. No stumping is easy, but that was in the easy category. That one.
Dhananjaya will. To be beaten on the inside edge while coming forward. He is going to kick himself. The coach is going to have some words for him. If you're beaten by the outside from the outside edge, that means the bowler beat you. If you're beaten on the inside edge, it just means that you just misread the line. So that's on you. That's not good bowling. That's poor shot selection, or not being able to, your brain and your hand-eye coordination was just out, and you just didn't get there. That's on the batsman. If you're beaten outside the off stump, that means that something happened. The ball turned, and that's the bowler seeing you coming and doing something. Being beaten on, like I said, being beaten on the inside edge, that's the batsman's fault. That's a batsman error. That's a soft wicket. As Shanaka comes in.
He's got 46 innings. I didn't see his stats there. But Dhananjaya was the guy who got out. He was out for 4 of 6 deliveries. And the captain, Shanaka, is a new batsman.
46 innings, 584 runs, highest of 54, and an average of 15.78. Oh no, this is a very inexperienced. We can't say that 48 games isn't inexperienced. As Shamsi comes in for the 5th ball of the over, this one looped up on middle end leg and worked down to short fine leg for no run.
It's not a very good side. So as much as we would like to beat them. They're not at the top echelon. It was far more impressive when we beat the West Indies in the West Indies. Yeah,
as Shamsi comes in, this one outside leg stump and worked the way to the back square for a single. The score moves on to 60 for 3 after 8 overs, a successful over from Tabraiz Shamsi, showing why he is the number one T20 bowler. He now extends his lead at the top of the wicket taking column by 2. But he has played 2 more matches than the guy in number 2 in the second position. So there is that. But I'm worried. Oh, an average of 15, is that good enough?
Average don't matter in T20.
Strike rate.
15 don't matter in T20 cricket. I mean, ideally, would like to average, I reckon, in the 20s, but it's not a big thing. The strike rate is far more important. If you're striking at 140 plus, you're a good, decent player.
As Keshav Maharaj comes in, and this one worked away too long on for a single. And your 61 for 3. Yep.
Your boundary percentage, your ability to hit the back, to fight the boundary in this format is far more impressive than in the other formats.
Yeah. As Maharaj comes in and on leg stump and worked away to short fine leg, and this one they take a single, and the score moves on to 62 for 3. 60? 62 for 3. Yeah.
Just in case I get attacked, I'd say that Sri Lanka are in a transition, and it's fair to say that they're missing quite a lot of players through various factors. So they've got a couple of good players, but they aren't considered one of the likely winners of the World Cup.
This one dropped a bit short by Keshav Maharaj and worked away to mid-wicket for a single, for no run. And this one launched by Shanaka, but there are 2 fielders patrolling the boundary. This one down too long on, and Pretorius does clean it up, and they get they take 2. No, just a single. 63 for 3.
Just
63. 63 for 3 after 8.4. Bit of a delay as Pereira puts his gloves back on, batting at 140 strike rate as Maharaj in, and this one is swept, and they take a quick single to short fine leg, and the throw is not that good, so they squeak through for the single, 64 for 3 after 8.4. Shanaka back on strike.
Once again, Maharaj been able to just tighten the screws of the Sri Lankan batters, going for 9 runs in 10 balls.
Maharaj in, and this one on leg stump, and Shamsi runs around from short fine leg to pick it up, and they get a single, 65 for 3 after 9. This is one of my thing, but I think this is more of a mentality where it is we want things to happen now. The South African bowling lineup doesn't have the penetration that we would like, and yes, Kesh being able to control one end is a great thing. However, it does give time for players to settle, because it doesn't seem like the batters are under pressure. It's just, okay, Keshav is going to bowl a good over. We're not going to be able to get him away as much as Tabraiz Shamsi comes in. Outside off, and this one is smashed down the ground straight, and it's hit well, and it hits the side screen. 6 runs. Score moves on to 71 for 3. Shanaka got all of that. Oh, the battle is on, and there is nodding and gesticulating from the batsman towards the bowler, and probably from the bowler to the batsman. This is great stuff. I love seeing things like that.
There was plenty between the players in this series, both the 50 over and the T20. There's plenty of back chat, back and forth.
It just needs to be kept civil. We don't need another broken hand. As Shamsi comes in for his second ball. This one bowled him! Pitched on middle. Oh, there's the glare. Oh, he's not breaking eye contact. I love it. Tabray Shamsi showing the aggression and there goes my thought about not having penetration. When you have Tabray Shamsi pitched on off stump, turning back and hitting middle. Oh, beat him on the inside edge, and the verbals and the glare.
Getting on his, going on one knee, putting his fist out and staring at the Sri Lanka. Great entertainment. He's gone for 10 of 8 deliveries.
I haven't seen a glare like that from a South African bowler since Andre Nel. This is great. Oh, Tabray Shamsi with all the passion in the world. Oh, love it. Love to see it.
So I'm just going to go back on the bowls that these two played, the bowlers. So Shamsi is the attacker. Shamsi, they don't mind if he goes for a few runs. He's the attacker. He gets the wickets. And at the other end, Maharaj is the guy that strangles the opposition. If he picks up one or two, great, but he strangles. So it's about partnerships. It's about bowling partnerships.
That's always been the thing. If you look at the great bowling partnerships in history, you'd have you'd have Wasim Akram and you'd have Waka Yunus, who'd both be doing a job, and then they know what their job is. Courtney Walsh and Courtney Ambrose for South Africa was Alan Donald and Sean Pollock for a while.
Yeah.
But I freaking love the glare. He's not even Rusty for calm down. He smacked Quinton to Cox's hand. Oh, he's like, yeah, high five, whatever. It's great stuff. Oh, he's got more words for him. But he's speaking to Quinton de Kock in inverted commas, but speaking to the batsman. This one was just worked away to mid-wicket for no run, but there were lots of words. I love it. When last have we seen an aggressive, like, we normally get penalized for our bowlers being too aggressive.
Just to remind people that the new batsman is Charath Asalanka.
We saw Shamsi Gibbons in for the fourth ball, and he tosses this one way down leg side. Yeah, sorry, Tim, go on.
Yeah, we saw him do well in the ODI, so hopefully from a Sri Lankan perspective, he can do the same, and hopefully not for us.
This one, looped up by Shamsi, keeps a bit low, so there's some uneven bounce, and it worked away to extra cover for no run. Score remains 72 for 4. Tabray Shamsi seems to be in the groove. I wonder if he might just end up being a bit too aggressive. But in he comes for the 5th ball of the over, and this one on leg stump and worked away to the gap, and a deep mid-wicket play picks it up, bounces it into Quinton de Kock. They get a single, 73 for 4.
And our shift is about to end.
And this is the last ball of our shift. Hi, Otto. Hi, Simon.
Hello.
Last ball. As Shamsi comes in and loops it in. Oh, outside edge, and it dribbles down to third man, and will be picked up by Rassi van der Dussen, and they take 2. So that is 75 for 4 after 10. We will leave you in the company of Simon and Otto. Otto, good luck. Well done to the Bulls. As a Sharks fan, I'm heartbroken.
Thank you. Sharks are my second team. I felt sorry for them at the end. That
44.
The last half was hard to watch, but happy for the Bulls. So yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys. Take wickets.
Bye.
That's something.
Sorry, I had to chat to my daughter briefly there, who had exciting cricket news. 75 for 4 after 10. I'm sure that you must have used up almost all your words, Otto, having done an entire rugby test this morning. So would you like me to do ball by ball?
Go for it, Simon. I was about to say but I'm okay. Let me know what you're watching, and then I'll sync up with you while you do ball by ball.
Okay, well, we've just seen the first ball of this 11th over that was bowled by Markram and hit away through the offside. Fielded, and they come through for a single. I'll let you know each time that the bowler releases the ball or goes past the umpire, so that you can get.
You're about to see the second. You're about to see the
second ball. Yeah, just worked away into the onside this time, and they scamper through for a single. Markram had a rather tricky first over. He went for 12 odd, I think. Or about 10, I think, in his first over. He's gone for 2 already in his first 2 balls here. And so he's 1 for 13 at the moment, as this is dug away from his toes into the onside. And Sri Lanka goes through, just jogs through for a single. 10.3, 78 for 4. South Africa taking regular wickets all the way through here, which has definitely helped their cause somewhat. As Markram fires one in, and it hits the pad, and no appeal. Let's have a look. He actually stunned it into his pads with his bat, I think. There, so that's why there was no appeal. But it certainly looked like it could have been close if he had missed that.
Yep, just getting the tweets up here and getting the scorecard ready as you're doing ball by ball, Simon. So
cool, you can do all of those things, Markram. And again, this time there is a proper LBW shot. He got down onto his knee to sweep it away. It hit him on the back foot. That was plumb for all money. I'll be very. Oh, he has actually reviewed it as Kusal. So, which of the Kusals is this? There are always 101 of them.
This is Kusal Pereira.
This is Kusal Pereira. That is the opener, in fact. Yes,
30 of 24.
Yeah, in fact, he's the only Kusal in this team at the moment, having had so many Kusals in the test side. So let's have a look at this. This is the review. It was a full ball, probably too full to.
That's plum, son. That's plum.
Yeah, I think so. And it hits him on the back foot. Seems to miss the bat. He's walking already. He's had one look at that and he's walking. Which is a bit stupid to take the review and then not even wait to see what the issue is. Has he maybe?
No, there's nothing on the bat.
There's nothing on
the bat. Yeah,
I'm just wondering whether he's maybe, or what would you call it, like withdrawn the review rather? Because why would he be walking off so confidently?
Can you withdraw a review? I don't think.
I don't think you can. So that's quite poor behavior by him, I think. Yeah, he's standing just on the edge of the boundary. What a waste of a review, you muppet! If you're going to take it and then walk before they've even started showing the.
So that was I'm too good to be out type of review.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
I think he might have even stepped over the boundary. No, he must be standing just on the side of the boundary. But he's right at the players. So pitched in line, hitting the middle stump halfway up. Yeah, I mean that is quite possibly the worst review I've ever seen.
It's right up there for sure.
Yeah. I mean it's right up there with some of the hopeful reviews that we've seen Joe Root take. When he's fielding a first slip, gets bullied by
it looks more like the review that you take at the end of the game, just because you've got a review left.
Yes, which I also dislike because it robs the opposing team of that natural celebration. Particularly at the end of a test match or something where it's been tight. And then there's a big LBW shot, and you don't get that just eruption of joy. You get that tense moment of standing around watching a TV screen.
Yeah, and everybody knows it's out, and everybody knows why you're reviewing. But, as you said, this was a wasted review by Sri Lanka. I don't know if the batsman himself sent that up without consulting, or if he just got bad advice from the non-striker.
He took a little while, but I mean... But even if he got bad advice, stick around for the result, mate. I mean, don't just bugger off because that is a proper waste. And I think he knew, even as he said it, that he shouldn't.
Yeah.
As the next ball is just worked into the offside and no run. That is the end of the 11th over. 78 for 5. Markram now 2 for 14 off 2. Nothing wrong with those figures whatsoever. And
no, well, if you struggle to keep your place in the team with the bat, do it with the ball.
Absolutely.
So
I'm slightly irritated with South Africa that we did persist with 2 fast bowlers today, which having proven to all and sundry that we need to keep the pace off the ball and just go with spin while we're in Sri Lanka, to still have Nortje and KG in the side. But Anis made a very, very good point there, that to bring George Linder back into this 11 when you're not taking him to the World Cup is tricky.
Yeah.
Next over, and Tabrez Shamsi is spinning it away from the left-handed Asalanka, who just prods out at it, takes the outside half of the bat, and they sneak through for a single. The 2 men at the crease, Asalanka is on 4. Hasaranga has only faced the 1 ball with outscoring, and Sri Lanka 79 for 5. And there was a time when Sri Lanka were going along quite nicely, where I thought we could see a very, very big score tonight. But it looks like, I would say, we're just trending back into advantage South Africa here.
Slightly.
Shamsi, and this time he's coming left arm over and spinning it back into the right-hander, who just defends it and no run.
The only thing I could think of with the pace attack was almost the antithesis of opening with the spinners on a good seeming wicket, is where you sneak in a few overs and then the rest of the time you've got to face the best bowlers.
Yeah. But then why even have, if you, I've so enjoyed watching South Africa's spinners as Hasaranga plays and misses, and it actually deflects off Quinny de Kock as well, but they don't take a run.
That's all I can think of.
Yeah. And I think also it's just so difficult for South Africa to get into the mindset of not going into a game without frontline pace bowlers. But honestly, Nortje has actually bowled very, very well, but KG really travelled. Because this is hoiked out into the leg side, and who was that? Bjorn Fontaine or Reese Hendricks, I think, who made a mess of fielding that. I don't think Bjorn's in this squad, is he? In this 11, rather.
Bjorn Fontaine.
He is. He is out there somewhere.
He opened the bowling.
Did he? Oh, yeah, he did indeed. No, yes, you're quite right. My apologies. Yeah.
No, it's fine. I've also had a hectic Sunday. I'm not used to this much activity on a Sunday. The rugby on a Sunday throws me way off.
It's been a lot. It really, really has. Worked into the onside, and they just jogged through for a single. That's 11.5 overs gone. Shamsi has now bowled 2.5 overs for 15. This over has gone for 5, so he really, really bowling beautifully. I can't think of his improvement as a player is on a par with what happened to Steve Smith as he went through his career. Maybe not quite so. I mean, Steve Smith actually changed roles as well in the team. As played and missed, this one bounced a bit more, and Hasaranga had a wild swipe, but it went nowhere. And, it went into the keeper's gloves, but not having gone through the bat. And that is the end of the 12th over, 83 for 5.
Yeah, so the last 5 overs, 25 for 3 are Sri Lanka. So after a great start, I remember watching the score at one point, and they were going at 10, 11 over. They're now back to 6.8 and over.
Shows the effect that wickets have, and the incredible role that Shamsi plays in coming in these middle overs and taking wickets. I mean, that is a world-beating role. And when we look we look at Maharaj and Markram and Fontaine to be bowling with him. It's going to be a fascinating T20 campaign.
And much like we saw with Bjorn Fontaine is back. It's spin, so not a lot of time to talk except you're on ball by ball.
Left arm around the wickets and just defended back to the bowl in a run.
Yeah, so that wicket by Nortje was key. Just like we saw with Chamera in the last ODI, that the pacemen, if they take like one wicket, it's enough.
It's true. and defended into the offside. There's a quick single to the man at that short third man, or possibly backward point. He has a bit of a shy at the stumps, but they threw fairly easily. 84 for 5. Maharaj and Fortuin just in a bit of discussion. It's exactly what they're going to be doing. Very similar sort of builds, these two guys.
So we had 2 overs by Nortje, 2 overs by Rabada, together 4 overs for 37. So Rabada going at 14.5, but Nortje going at 4. So 4 overs, 1 bowler gone, and the rest is spin, I would say.
Absolutely. And it's such a pleasure to be able to do this, as there was a bit of a slap into the onside, and they just jogged through again for a single. And Sri Lanka's off the boil here slightly. I think they realize they're under pressure, that these two guys have to bat for a bit, have to get their eyes in again, and hopefully launch with about 4 overs to go. Also, I think they're struggling with the spin. It's been spot on. Plenty of loop given to that one though, and it is slapped into the offside. Who fetches it? I have no idea who that was down in the deep. It might have been someone like Rassi Fernandison. And they go through for just a single, I think.
Let me check.
They go through?
That last one was a single.
They did indeed go through for a single.
Dot and single. We're about to see.
86 for 5. He floats it in, and this one just goes on with the arm. It was a slightly faster ball. Good bowling that. The ball before he gave plenty of loop to, and this one just pushed it on a bit harder, and it just runs onto the top of off stump. And that is the end of Wanindu Hasaranga de Silva, who is bowled for. Or in fact, I'll let you give the numbers, so it's a different voice.
Wanindu Hasaranga de Silva, bowled by Fortuin for 4 of 7 balls. No 4s, no 6s. Strike rate 57.14. And that is Bjorn Fortuin's first wicket of the game. 1.5 overs, 7 runs, 1 wicket, 3.8 economy. With Charit Asalanka on 7 of 10. The next batsman in will be... Drum roll, please. That will be Karunaratne, I think. Or will they send Chamera up?
Let's have a look who this is.
Looks like Chamika Karunaratne is coming to the wicket.
It is indeed, yes. Well spotted.
And he will be joining Akila.
Slightly bigger, stronger guy, as Sri Lankans go. And he looks like he should be able to... It is Chamika Karunaratne, you're quite right.
And he'll be joining Charit Asalanka, who's on 7 of 10. So two new batsmen at the crease for Sri Lanka. And this is a good opportunity for South Africa to get a sub-100 score to chase here. This is the best opportunity you'll ever get in Sri Lanka to chase less than 100.
Yeah. I mean, but if the Sri Lankan spinners bowl anywhere near as well as our spinners have done today, it could be a very, very interesting chase, because we won't be chasing 100 for naught. I can tell you that much.
Well, in the first T20, we had them in a similar position, and then they just broke the shackles and put up a decent score. Or was that? No, that was in the ODI. We also had them in a similar position.
Fortuin puts more loop on this, but he actually overbowls it slightly, and it's a full toss. But I think if Karunaratne had been a little bit more, had his eye on a little bit more, that would have travelled. As it was, he just played into the onside, and they go through for a single. That is the end of a successful 13th over for Bjorn Fortuin. His figures now 1 for 8 off 2. Which is superb bowling in a T20, and his spin twin partner Tabraiz Shamsi has got 2 for 15 off 3. So the more expensive of the two, which is it's quite something when you've only been going at 5 runs and over. It's been. I really hope that this focus on spin is useful into the World Cup. I'm not even 100% sure where the World Cup is. Is it on the subcontinent? Or where are we holding it?
It's in the UAE.
Is it? Okay,
Oman.
so but those can be tricky pitches because you just never know. Sometimes they are absolute roads, and other times they do seem to help the spinners somewhat. But I've watched some boring Test match cricket there where guys just score 400 in a day as they work this into the onside and jog through for a single for two. Actually, they managed to get through for two.
Yeah, that day comes to mind when you and I did a whole Test match day playing against Pakistan in the UAE with like 1 wicket in the whole day, and Pakistan just batting and batting and batting for hours. That was one of the toughest commentary stints I've ever had.
Was that the one where they were like
New Zealand?
They were
about
200. They were 200 and nothing for one, weren't they? Off the whole day. Was that you and I together? Gosh, that was tough. That was tough cricket.
Yeah, and nobody else was there. It was you and I the whole day.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
that's the one fantastic thing about. Sorry,
that last one by Markram. This one
is just worked into the onside. They jog through for a single, and Karunaratne now on 4 off 4. He should be. He is indeed, and that brings up Sri Lanka's 90 for 6 off 13 and a half. Aiden Markram has also good figures. 2 for 17 off 2.5. If he doesn't travel in these next 3 balls, he's going to have figures on a par with Tabrez Shamsi, almost, which is pretty good. And he's bowled well as he comes right arm around the wicket and again just worked into the onside, not really giving any space to these batsmen at all. And they jog through for a single.
Giving the selector some nice headaches, Aiden Markram, if he can bowl like this in a T20 in Sri Lanka. Maybe. I mean, he's an option to bowl.
He's a good. I think this is almost certainly the 11 that we're going to be looking at as they work this into the onside and run through for 2. So they are running quite well when they do manage to get it into the gap. And Sri Lanka now on 10 off 11 should be 8 off 11. And sorry, that was Karunaratne who took us through to 6 off 5. Yeah, so I think the people they're going to cycle are people like Dwayne Pretorius. Is Veon Mulder in the squad? I'm assuming he is. And I think Andy Lippick is a reserve in the squad, isn't he? So he might not get actually too much game time, if any at all, as this is worked into the onside. And they just take an agreed single. No one really stresses too much one way or the other. That is the end of the 14th over. Certainly the spinners go flying through their overs as well. What an absolute pleasure from a captaincy point of view and an umpire's point of view not to have to worry about chasing guys on time. 94 for 6 is the score. So with 6 overs remaining, there is still the potential, I think, to launch from here. I mean, could they go 10 runs and over? There certainly hasn't been any intention to hit out now. I think they are doing exactly as I suggested. They're going to poke around for the next 2 overs and hope that they're going to get a bit of pace coming back into the attack. I mean, Dwayne Pretorius must be feeling like one of those kids that you bring in because you need an extra one, and he feels a third man and doesn't bat. And that's basically what his life has been like the last two T20s.
So right now, 6.62 runs per over for Sri Lanka. Last 5 overs, 24 for 3, 4.8 per over.
Much shorter ball. It was a bit flatter and faster, I think, from Bjorn Fortuin, but that really should have been hit, I think. And Karunaratne had a wild swing at it, missed it entirely, and Quinton de Kock also spilt the ball. Now angled in to him, and he works it into the onside. They're going to come back for 2. No, they decide that would be foolish. So just a single. Karunaratne to 8 off 8. Sri Lanka is on 8 off 11. And Sri Lanka 95 for 6. 14.2 gone. Bjorn Fortuin mopping his brow. It's clearly quite hot and humid there, warm and humid. I would love to go to Sri Lanka. It just looks like one of the nicest countries in the world, as this is worked into the onside, and so they just jog through for a single. Tabrez Shamsi does the fielding, and 96 for 6. 97 for 6, I think. 96 for 6. It is 97 for 6 indeed. It's just the TV's taking a little while to update.
Yeah, they've been tripping us up the whole series. with the slow updates there.
Fortuyn again, left arm over. That was a dreadful ball. What on earth happened? It came out of his fingers weird. It sort of veered left very quickly as it came out of his fingers, and just went left and kept going away left, and triggered the wide ball on the adjacent pitch. It beat the wide line on the adjacent pitch. That's how bad it was. But the next ball that he bowls is much more accurate, pitching and spinning away, and beat the batsman all hands up. An absolute peach of a ball. That's what he had been trying to do.
Yep.
It's a 97 for 6. He comes in again and just loops it, but overbowls it. And the batsman should have really put that into the parking lot. But as it was, he just hit it straight back at Bjorn Fortuyn, and a good diving stop where he almost took out the non-striker, and then thought about having a bit of a shy at the stumps, but didn't quite collect the ball quickly enough. Comes in for the final ball of the over, and just the Karunaratne on his back foot and defending it back down the pitch. They look surprisingly at sea against Fortuyn, who is bowling well, but certainly isn't doesn't have an intimidating reputation as an international spinner.
Not yet, but he's definitely growing in that role. He's had a few opportunities now, and I mean, this is where you want to play for South Africa if you're a spinner. And we, on the last tour in the subcontinent, some of the spinners didn't really grab their opportunities, but it looks like Bjorn is getting some assistance from the wicket. All of our spinners have looked decent, so that's good. The last group of guys we took, the last group of spinners we took to the subcontinent didn't do well, and I was very disappointed because they really are. This is where you want to bowl if you're a spinner.
Yeah, indeed, and South Africa in the past haven't had spinners good enough to really take advantage of the conditions. But speaking of spinners who are good enough, Tabraiz Shamsi, who is the top-ranked T20 bowler in the world, drops it short and actually gets punished into the onside, and they go through for a single. Sri Lanka 11 now of 13. Sri Lanka 1 short of their 100 in the 16th over. I do suspect we're going to begin to see a bit of an acceleration now. Shamsi again getting a bit more flight there. He's getting a lot of turn, spinning it away from that left-hander.
Cheeky single.
Did they take a single? They did indeed, and that brings up the 100. Will you give us the numbers of the 100, please?
So 100 up for Sri Lanka, 15.2 overs at a strike rate of 6.52. The last 5 overs have gone for 24 for 2, only 4.8.
Sure. Yeah, so it's, I mean, this would even be pedestrian by ODI standards. Maybe not quite, but not far off. And I do think that Sri Lanka are going to struggle to get up to a par score here. Shamsi again looping it, and it spins beautifully back into the right hand. It catches the inside edge, cannons onto the off stump. That is the end of Karunaratne, and Tabraiz Shamsi loving that. I think had a couple of words to say to the batsman. There's been a bit of a niggle today, eh? Definitely South Africa's bowlers giving send-offs to the Sri Lankans, and a couple of times we've seen guys looking back at the South African huddle, which is, come on, chaps, it's not entirely necessary. So they're just checking the no ball, not quite sure why.
Front
but
foot.
Just
and also
they might be checking the back foot. They're checking the back foot to see whether it cut the side, but it didn't. No. But it was well angled away, then spun back hard, and that's what enabled it to get the inside edge and actually hit the top of middle of the leg, I think, just about.
Yeah. So how much do you think South Africa will be able to chase on this wicket, Simon?
I mean, I would hope that 140 would be safe. But I think we probably move. Par is probably somewhere between 125 and 145. Anything more than that, very much Sri Lanka's advantage. So
I would agree with that. Yeah.
I do think South Africa's bowled very well here. But I could absolutely imagine South Africa also being 100 for 7 after 15 and a half overs. Absolutely, I could imagine that. So we're going to have to wait and see. Shamsi, incidentally, 3 for 18 now off to 3.3. And that wicket, I think, is going to be quite important because although Karunaratne didn't look particularly good at the crease, he did look confident. And I think if he had got his eye in a little bit more, he might have felt that there was time to launch. As it is now.
Three more good deliveries, and there's the score you need to chase. No need
we're going to have supper.
Yeah.
Chamera.
Oh, no. He's been so good for Sri Lanka so far in this tour.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the back of Chamera like in 2 balls from now.
Absolutely. Yeah, he could be the difference here now if he's able to get a bit of a launch on.
Yeah, he was the guy I was thinking about in that last guy where he. Yeah, go.
There is a leg slip in place for this first ball of Chamera's innings, and it spins into the pad. It was definitely not going to be out because it pitched outside the leg of that. I'm certain. Tabrez had a bit of a think about it, but he plaintively asked Maharaj to have a think about it, and Keshav quite correctly said no. So still Chamera facing the second ball of his over as his innings is floated out and hit out into the offside where Nortje does the fielding, and that will get Chamera off the mark. He will go to 1, and is that the end of the over? I think it is. Might be one more to go. I thought there was one more to go, but I think he's. I thought I saw him taking his cap, but I think he was just drying his hands on his towel. That's what he was doing. So he comes in again, very long run up for a spinner, and dropped short. Oh, that was just fairly awful cricket everywhere. It was proper village going on there. Dropped short, spun sharply away from the right-hander. Instead of hitting it away out into the offside square, Sri Lanka was hopelessly early on that and landed up dragging it around into the onside with no power whatsoever. They ran through for a single after 16 overs, 102 for 7.
And instead of cleaning up the tail, South Africa are allowing these guys to put some runs on the board. 86 for 6, 100 for 7, and now 102 for 7. So I want to see these 3 wickets fall in the next 4 or 5 deliveries. This is the type of situation where other teams will just bury us. If we swap around, this is where Sri Lanka will just say, okay, you guys can't bat. Cheers. Here's 3 good balls that nobody can face, and goodbye. Game over.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you, and I think we've yet to see South Africa, our South Africa's spin attack behave like there's blood in the water. When we're bouncing people out, you see that aggression, and you get Lungi and KG, and in the old days Dale Steyn like really running in hard. I've never seen South Africa behave like that. As Bjorn Fontaine spinning it back into the left-hander, I thought that would have been worth at least clearing the pipes for a bit of a shot. Maybe it came off the bat. There
was an inside edge onto the pad. Okay.
Fontaine and again left arm around the wicket, spinning back to the right. And there was a leading edge, and it landed up bouncing halfway down the pitch. But I thought for a moment there that Fontaine was just going to swallow that.
Now look up.
Right off the face of the bat, actually. That could so easily. Another meter, and that would have been into Fontaine's breadbasket. Again, just, spinning it back into this left-hander. They're really struggling to get any space from him whatsoever, and they squeeze it into the onside, jog through for a single. 103 for 7.
2 balls to go in the 17th. Sure. I want to see these wickets fall quickly now.
Indeed. Right-handed Chamera bowling, so Fontaine will be spinning it away from him. Left arm around the wicket again, spinning it. Let's go straight on. A very, very good shot. That'll be cannoning into the leg stump, I think. He was trapped on the behind his crease, and they have reviewed it. How can they still have a review? How many reviews are they allowed? Is it?
2.
I thought it was only 1. Is it 2? Okay. It is 2, which is maybe why Kusal Pereira was so cavalier about taking hits. But I think this is going to be a waste of a review again.
Front foot is fine.
Yeah, there was a little part of me that thought maybe this might have missed leg, but I'm pretty sure it's hitting leg. No, it's not. It is hitting Midland leg, I think.
Midland leg.
Yeah, he's right on the crease. No bats, hits him below the roll. That was properly plumb.
Both feet behind the crease, hits him below the roll. That's out.
Yeah,
unless he's like 4 feet tall.
It seems that both him and Pereira waited to see if there was an inside edge, and then once that was clear that there wasn't, they then left the crease, which I think is odd because batsmen generally know if they nick it. Although I had a situation yesterday, I'll tell you about it, where I'm absolutely certain the batsman nicked it, but I was the only one on the field who thought so. So going on to hit leg, that is the end of Chimera, and he was LBW, bowled for 10. Yeah, Karen?
Dushmanta Chimera, LBW for 10 for 1 of 3, strike rate of 33, fall of wicket on 103 for 8. And the run rate now 6.1, last 5 overs 21 for 3 at 4.1 run rate. So South Africa doing well here to restrict Sri Lanka to a chaseable total. Two good deliveries, and we can chase 110 to win.
Yeah, indeed. I was standing in a practice match yesterday, and there was a wide ball outside the off stump. The batter had a proper flash at it, and I was absolutely certain she nicked it. So I decided I'm not going to call that wide, because you don't call it wide if you think that the batsman hit it. So I just stood there, and the bowler gave me a quizzical look and then just shrugged her shoulders and figured, oh, well, maybe I was having a brain fart. And at the next ball, she took a single and came up to my end, and I said, I didn't call that a wide because I'm absolutely certain you nicked that. And she said no, she didn't. She was sure she didn't, but I could hear it. So it was one of those clicky bat-handled moments. Or I have heard umpires talk about hearing phantom nicks, which is something I think I've heard before as well, where it just looks like a nick, and then your brain provides the noise, which can be unhelpful. But if there'd been any appeal at all, I would have given it. Fortuin pushes this one out onto the batsman, faster ball. Tikshana just defends it, dead bats it into the pitch, survives a very, very good over. Well, Tikshana survives one ball of it. And Fortuin, 2 for 12 off 4. That's got to be right up there with his best ever figures, I would think. Maybe you can have a bit of a dig around for what Bjorn Fontaine's best ever figures were. Oh no, his best of 3 for 16, I see. So 2 for. He's only taken 12 wickets in his career in 12 matches, and 2 for 12 is a really, really good return. So Aidan Markram is going to bowl the first ball of the 18th over, and right arm around the wicket, just hits straight back at him. He takes the easiest of easy return catches. That's the second caught and bowled of the evening, and his third wicket. And suddenly, Sri Lanka are 103 for 9.
That's what we like. Cleaning up the tail, and Bjorn Fortuin. I'm looking at his figures here. But that is what you want to do if you bowl in the subcontinent as a spinner for your national team. This is awesome by the South African. And let's see, the last bat out there was Charit Asalanka, caught and bowled by Markram, 14 of 20 balls, no boundaries, strike rate of 70. And Sri Lanka's run rate now exactly 6. And there are 11 balls to go in the innings. Last 5 overs, 20 for 4 at a run rate of 4. Good. So that's very nice to see.
I mean, I'm slightly worried by how completely at sea Sri Lanka have been here. There are 2 things going on. Firstly, South Africa has bowled well, and I do think it's a turning pitch. So I think the Sri Lankan spinners are going to be a handful. But also, this is a god-awful Sri Lankan team at the moment. They've been through more trials and tribulations than even CSA has put their their cricketers through lately.
Yeah.
And I think we're basically playing a B team, if not possibly even a C team in places. But certainly their batting has not been great. Aiden in again and straight on with the arm, defended by the number 11, who is Jai Wickrama. And this is now just going to be very, very tight cricket. I doubt that these guys are even going to be able to get Sri Lanka to 110. Wider ball outside the off stump and just guided to Tabrez Shamsi, who's in the circle, and they aren't able to go through for a single. And just really, really tight bowling by Aiden Markram. It was actually a better catch than I gave it credit for. It was hit, high above his shoulders, and he was able to get both hands up to it. Identical ball again, just guided into the offside, and Tabrez Shamsi does the fielding.
Yeah, that's very good signs here for South Africa going into the World Cup, I think.
Is indeed. As this batsman really is just not coping at all. As Aiden spins it back into the right-hander, and all he can do is really just get his pad in the way, and it loops up to where Temba Bavuma would have been standing in red ball cricket. This time he does use his feet a little bit, but doesn't really hit it with any power. It goes to mid-wicket, who does the fielding, and I think Aiden Markram has just taken what is probably his first ever wicket maiden in T20. But certainly 3 for 21 was his previous. That is his best now. I think those are his best ever figures. 3 for 21 off 4. Superb bowling by Aiden. He got a little bit of tap at the very beginning of his spell, and then he's been unplayable ever since. Well, not unplayable. He's been solid and careful and really done his job. And I'd like a South Africa with Aiden Markram able to bowl 5 overs in an ODI and 2 or 3 in a T20. As this first ball is from Keshav, just goes straight on. There is absolutely no doubt in anyone's mind that is LBW. And the umpire just about appealed himself, actually. And that is the end of Sri Lanka, 103 for 10.
Awesome stuff here by South Africa. Let's take you through the scorecard quickly. Sri Lanka all out for 103 with 11 balls to go in the T20. They've got a strike rate of run rate of 5.66. The final 5 overs went for 14 for 2, just 2.8 runs an over. So excellent work by the South Africans. Kusal Pereira, LBW, bowled by Markram, 30 of 25. Opening the batting with Dinesh Chandimal, caught Maharaj, bowled by Nortje for 5 of 8. That was crucial by Nortje getting a wicket as a seamer in Sri Lanka. Bhanuka Rajapaksa, caught and bowled by Markram, 20 of 13. Dhananjay De Silva stumped by De Kok off the bowling of Shamsi for 4 of 6. Dusan Shanaka, the captain, bowled by Shamsi through the gate, 10 of 8. Charita Asalanga, caught and bowled by Markram for 14 of 20. Wanindu Hasaranga De Silva, bowled by Fortuin, 4 of 7. Chamika Kurnaratne, bowled by Shamsi, 8 of 12. Dushmanta Chamera, LBW by Fortuin, 1 of 3. Mahish Tikshana, LBW, bowled by Maharaj for a second ball duck. And Praveen Jayavikrama not out on naught after facing 5 balls. There were 7 extras in the innings. And the bowling figures, Bjorn Fortuin, 4 overs. Listen to this, 4 overs, 2 wickets, 12 runs, economy of 3 with 14 dots in his 4 overs and only 1 wide. No boundaries, no balls. Excellent work there. Andrich Nortje, 2 overs, 8 for 1. Also excellent for a speedster in Sri Lanka, 4 runs per over, 5 dot balls. Kagiso Rabada was the expensive one. 2 overs, 29 runs, 14.5 with only 2 dots, 3 fours, 2 sixes. Aiden Markram, 4 overs, 1 maiden, 21 for 3. That would put him at the top of the bowlers, I think, if it weren't for Tabrez Shamsi. 4 overs, no maidens, 3 wickets for 20, and then Keshav Maharaj, 2.1 overs, 10 runs, and this last wicket, 4.6 economy. Good stuff from South Africa. thank you very much for listening. Simon, will you sign us off?
Yeah, excellent. We will be back in, what is it, 20 minutes, I think, is the break, maybe 15. It is 20 minutes, so we'll be back at 20 minutes, which should take us to about 20 past or 25 past 5, and we'll discuss who's going to be on air after that. Yeah, we'll be back in 20 minutes for the South African chase.
Bye-bye.
Otto?
Hello. Welcome back to Cricket South Africa on One World Sports Radio. Quinton de Kock and Riza Hendricks striding out to the pitch in Colombo. They've got a modest target to chase. Ruud, hello. How are you?
How are you, Otto?
I'm good, man.
Can
What do
you
you
hear
think?
me?
Yes. What do you think? Are we going to chase this in 13 or 14 overs?
I don't know. I just wanted to at least commentate once today, so that's why I said I'll commentate today just because I don't want to.
Hey, Roy.
Maybe we get it before 10.
Hey, Anis.
Anis. Oh, love the unicorn.
Good luck, unicorn. This.
Okay, Ruud, you're going to do ball by ball. Thank you for listening, everybody. Welcome to our new YouTube subscribers. I hope you're tuning in to us on YouTube. If not, please do go and at least follow us there on our YouTube channel. It looks like they're just about ready to start. 9, 8, 7 seconds. Ruud, you take ball by ball. I can't do tweets because I'm recording the F1 and I'm going to watch it after the cricket.
I'm on tweets.
Brilliant race.
Okay, great.
I don't know spoilers.
No spoilers.
Can I please spoil?
No.
Okay. First ball out. I don't know who's opening the bowling. They didn't say.
That's Chamira.
Chamira, yeah.
Into Quinton de Kock. Down the leg side. First balls are wide. So a good start for South Africa. Not really having to do anything, and we're already around on the board.
Only 90, only 103 to go to win.
Exactly.
Listen, are you watching live, Ruud?
Yes, I am.
And you, Anis?
Yeah, I'm watching live.
Okay.
Through the streaming service of the provider.
Yeah,
mentioned.
It's Chamira into Quinton de Kock again. This one on the Kock's pads, and he just drives this timber on for no run.
Okay, so I'm in sync with you, Ruud, Anis.
Yep.
Okay.
I got the second ball in. Yeah.
Also, all I'm going to say is you're going to be very surprised at the F1. That's all I'm going to say.
No, man, guys.
It was a brilliant race. Really was.
Oh,
good stuff.
Okay, and I'm going to speak rugby in the background while you're commentating on the cricket.
Yes.
I missed the rugby as
shot
into the Kock, and this one driven through the offside on the up, and it's gone to the sweeper boundary for 4, racing away, and that is the first runs off the bat for South Africa.
That's a great shot. Just use the pace of the ball. Beautiful timing through extra cover.
And
top shot.
Even better seeing it as it is on top of the bounds. Just a brilliant shot.
As a left-hander, the square drive is one of the most beautiful things on the planet. And Quinton de Kock saw the ball, hit the ball. That is his mindset. And that is his style of play, which is what we need.
He's going to be the key for us in this World Cup if we're going to have any chance at even competing. He definitely has to be on it. As Chamira, third ball into the over, into Quinton de Kock. This one on his pads, and he just blocks this straight back to Chamira. Looks like he was a bit beaten for pace there. I didn't look very comfortable, but he manages to keep it out.
Just a quick tweet from Leah. She says, "Accurately, say you should know this, Kusal. This was when he was batting. It's the one that played the greatest innings ever played against us." So that's good. We don't speak about such things, Leah.
Chamira, fourth ball into the over, bouncer, and the Kock tries to go for the hook. The Sri Lankans appealing, thinking there's a nick behind. The umpire says no. They're going up for the review. I think it's they have to go up since it is Quinton de Kock, and they need to take wickets early. But
that could only have been like a gloved, slight
maybe.
glove.
Slightest of nicks. Very good ball from Chamira, rushing the Kock on the short ball. He tries to hook it, and completely misses it. Goes under his bat and through to the keeper. Now returning for caught behind. It doesn't look to be anything on the bat. Clear gap between bat and ball as it passes the bat. So the cock will be safe, and it is a review lost for Sri Lanka.
Oh, so a review in desperation from Sri Lanka more than anything else.
Yeah, but do you guys think Sri Lanka have been a bit what's the word? Reckless with their reviews, seeing as they also just threw both of theirs away while batting, and now just throwing another one away in the field. Just maybe a bit reckless.
If you think about it, their best batsman while they're batting needs to get that review.
Yeah.
And then the last recognized batsman gets the review. So I don't think it was reckless. It was just like out of hope more than anything else.
As this one from Chamira, another short ball to the cock, but this one comes up to his head and he pulls this one properly, but straight to mid-wicket. No run. Score 5 of our last after 5 deliveries.
Did that get him on his thumb? He was busy rubbing it.
Ooh.
He's fine. So, he's fine.
Anis, what do you think of this target set by Sri Lanka?
This is from what rumor has it, or what before the series started, that is what everyone's saying. It's a weakened Sri Lankan team. This is what we should have been expecting, except we got it for the T20s and the ODIs, except we got blitzed in the ODIs in the first and the last game.
Last ball into the over to the cock, and this one straight on his pad. But the cock tries to flick this straight to fine leg, no run. 5 without loss after the first over.
Fine. There's nothing to stress about. The low total, just bad. Otto, 10 points off the boot. That cost us the Springboks today. I think Otto's muted.
I didn't even watch the game, and then I got into my friend's car.
Otto, you're muted.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Otto.
Oh, sorry. There was a bit of raucous going on. It's dog walking time here by me. So my fox terrier goes moggy. And then somehow Quade Cooper learned to kick. Who would have guessed?
If Quade Cooper missed the first kick he took, he would have missed everything. Yeah, right. Didn't you even watch?
I just got into my friend's car because we were at Cresta, and I heard we lost. I'm like, well, this is a brilliant end to the weekend. I mean, the Bulls won. I would have wanted South Africa to win as well.
The Bulls won.
And Brad Binder got his KTM, best of the KTMs, up to 6th place in the MotoGP. Let's see if the Proteas can make it 3 out of 4 for me and Ruud.
As now the Silva coming into the attack. First ball to Reza Hendricks, and it's 1 down to long on. You guys think I've got the KTM shirt on, so big fan.
Oh, okay.
Big fan.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I've got one with the boxing, even though I was very upset that it actually went on. No, you can't give a guy
that.
You can't give a guy that's 59 years old a boxing license.
Jared Silva into Quinton the Cock, and this one very slow, and the Cock wanted to drive it, but just gets a sort of an edge down to third man, and they should scamper through for 2. So very well bowled by Jared Silva, deceiving the Cock with the pace of delivery. Well bowled and well executed from De Silva.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't give a guy that's 59 years old a boxing license and expect anything other than a snuff film to be shown on TV. but luckily the referees after the uppercut knocked him down, the ref was like, nah, guys,
not today.
90 seconds in the fight, he's like, no.
As this one from Danajada Silva, quicker one onto the Cox pad and just clips this to cow corner for which looks like just to be 1. It is. The score 9 without loss after 1.3 overs.
The required run rate now for South Africa is on 5.2. So a run a ball run a ball all the way.
Yeah, it's fine.
Bad ball goes away. These two can take us home in 12 overs, I think.
Yeah. I think that's reasonable.
Well, they should. They'll be great for the confidence.
De Silva into Hendricks again. This one outside off, and he drives this, but straight to point. No run.
Yeah, this is where South Africa need to be careful. They can't have these dot balls now. They've got to get the scoreboard ticking.
As this one from De Silva into Hendricks, and he just clips this to Kyle again for a single. He scored 10 without loss after 1.5. Sorry, Anis.
Send Pretorius up after the first wicket goes down, just because you don't want him to have a TFC again.
And Ruud, ball by ball can interrupt anybody. Doesn't need to apologize.
Okay.
Yeah.
I give you your license.
Silver into the cock,
Here's
and
your
he just
license.
drives this through the offside. You would say a bit of bad feeling there at cover point, but nonetheless, it's 4 for the cock. A brilliant shot, and the score 14 without a loss after 2. Bit sloppy from Sri Lanka in the field, but still a good shot nonetheless.
Nice to see that the reserve fielder isn't picking up the ball before it hits the boundary. This time, I was upset about that last game. But
it might just stop. You never know. It might hit like a mud pad and just stop.
Some mole comes digging up and it hits his head. And then it's only 3 or 2. Yeah.
I mean,
but that's still 5. That's still 5.
It happened to
yes.
And Hashim Amline one test where the 5 played a straight drive and it hit one of those sand hills, and they thought it's 4, and in the end they only got 1. So things like that happen.
But if it's a natural creature, like if you hit a bird, that's not that's not penalty runs. It's part of the playing thing. Playing conditions.
Except if they say, okay, if it hits a bird in mid-air and you were about to catch it, it's still 4 runs. So sorry for you.
But it's like what's that story of the ball being hit into a tree at one of the grounds where the boundary was like separate? There was actually a tree in front of the boundary line. The ball got hit into the tree, and because it didn't cross the boundary, the players could just keep running. I think that's in old
got
English.
Stuck in the tree.
This one from Tamira into Riza Hendricks, who just clips this to fine leg for a single.
And the batsman, I remember that story, and the batsman could just keep running because the fielding team couldn't get the ball out of the tree.
It's like that.
The most runs off a ball.
if you're playing at EP Ottomans, the ball also trees also hang over the boundary line. That hits it, and it should go for 6, but you only get 4 in the end because it hits, and too bad.
Yeah, but if it's stuck in the tree, just keep running.
As Chamira again into Quinton the Cock over the wickets, second ball of the over, full toss, and the Cock just drives this to mid-off, and it seems to be a no ball. So the Cock will have a free hit for the next delivery. Chamira overstepping by quite a margin. That's not a small ball.
He's on the line. No, he's on the line. No, he's on the line.
Yeah. As the Cock now has a free hit, this could just maybe get him going, and maybe get him to go at instead of going at a runner ball, maybe going at 200% strike rate. As
Chamira, in this situation,
again into the Cock, and he just swaps this over the top of point for 2 bounce 4. A full toss wide outside off, and the Cock opening up his front leg and just slaps at it over the top of point, 4 runs.
So what I want to see now here from the Proteas is everybody's got a license to swing, to score as fast as they can, up until like number 5. If you're coming in at number 4 or 5, you're the backstop, and we're going to chase the 104 to win, and then we calm down. But I want to see the stop order just cashing in and just chasing the score as quickly as possible, sending a message out to the rest of the T20 teams.
I think I would have maybe said, maybe give the Cock the license and tell Riza, okay, this is going to be World Cup material. The Cock's going to probably be the aggressor. You just got to keep on giving him the strike as much as possible until he maybe goes out. Yeah,
let's see how fast we can chase 104.
Exactly. I think that
we might have to chase. Yeah, we might have to chase 104 in. Okay, it's not going to rain in the UAE, but in some weird situation.
As Amira into the cock, short ball on the leg side, and the cock thinking, it is a wide. So
It's a
Tamira,
wide.
a bit all over the place so far on this over. No ball and a wide so far. All the extras coming off him so far. So not the best over for him, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens in the rest of this over.
The Sri Lankan captain told the bowlers during the team huddle, unleash hell. I think he meant on South Africa and not on themselves.
Not on the pitch. Not on the pitch. Don't give the keeper work today. He's already done enough in the first T20. Maybe try and get the cock out. As Chamira into the cock again, a slow ball. And this one hits his pad and they scamper through for a quick single. Score 22 without loss after 2.3 overs.
This over feels like it's... I think it was off the pad.
Yeah, I think it's off the pad.
This looks like this over feels like it's taking forever.
It does. Well, I mean,
it hit bad.
There has been a wide and a noble in it, so it is reasonable. It should have been like the last delivery now, but it isn't. As we see Reza Hendricks finally getting some time to bat. He's only faced 4 deliveries, while the Cox faced 12. So you can see the Cox had most of the strike and cashing in as Chamira into Hendricks. Outside off slow ball, and this one just popped on Hendricks, and he just drives it straight to cover for no run.
Yeah, I think you're right, Red. They're going to give Reza Hendricks the anchor role here.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know. Maybe if Quinton de Kock loses his wicket, the next guy can anchor and Reza can let loose. But this one, just a bit too early in the shot there. Reza Hendricks could have smoked that if he timed it well.
I think the World Cup strategy probably will be that Reza has to bat through most of the games and the rest just bat around him, since he is that guy with the mentality to bat long. As Chamira into Reza Hendricks again, and this one pops on him again and just drops short of Hasaranga at point. Reza getting some leading edges here at the moment, not picking the slow balls from Chamira at all.
Reza always looks a bit suspect when he comes in.
Out the back of the hand, just dropping short of backward point. Oof.
Quick tweet from Leah. She says she grabbed a bit of homemade falafel and mint lemon yogurt. Mint lemon yogurt dip during the innings break. Bring on the spinning death. Luckily, we have not seen spinning death because the Sri Lankan quicks are bowling. So let's keep it at that. And you need to be positive towards us. Come now.
That's Chamira. Final ball into the over. Reza Hendricks just drops this down, tries to go for the single, but the Cock sends him back. So end of the third over, the score 22 without loss.
Yeah, Leah Nero isn't here, so you need to be. We're wondering where your allegiance lies. We just trying to figure that out. 22 for no loss after 3. Otto.
Yeah, so 7 runs and over achieved by South Africa so far. That's good. Let's push that up to 8.
Yeah,
let's finish this as quick as possible. It's Sunday.
I mean, you don't want to take this to the last over.
No, you don't want to take it deep. Yeah,
you don't want to take it deep. You want to end this as quickly as possible. I mean, you've got a lot of power in the bank. Might as well just see how quickly you can get this.
Wow, looking at that batting lineup, Roberto Betai.
That's 7.
We got a long tail today.
No, wowie Betai.
As we see the first sign of Chikshana.
Oh.
He's a newbie, right?
Yeah.
Spot the aerial. The king with the queen aerial.
He tore us apart in the last ODI. But in the first T20, it seemed that Reza Hendricks had him figured out and just sent him all around the ground.
Yeah. Got 1 for 35 in that T20.
Yeah.
Tim was saying play him straight, like a medium pacer. So let's see what the South Africans do here. If they spot the carom ball, he's going to come around the wicket, right-handed to the left-handed Quinton de Kock.
As Tikshana coming into Quinton de Kock, the first ball of the 4th over, and this one turning quite a bit, pitching on, off, and spinning quite a while, quite a distance. Didn't think the cock expected that much turn with a new ball. That is some turn for a first delivery with a new ball. As Tikshana again into Quinton the Cock. Second delivery of the over. This one Fuller and the Cock trying to play straight, but straight back to Tikshana. No run. So if he gets so much turn, Sri Lanka are quite packed with spin bowlers, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So do you think they might still have a chance if it is turning so much?
If there's turn on offer, the South African batting lineup is game on.
As Tikshana into the Cock again, who kind of yorks the Cock, and they scamper through for a single because of poor fielding at mid wicket. And the Cock moves to 17 or 15.
That was poor.
Yeah, that's exactly why we need to work out these conditions and these spinners very quickly. We've got the experience to do that, I think. I want to see us really smash the score 7-8 runs and over and chase it down.
I think as well that
Tikshana first delivery into Riza Hendricks, and he just drops a short of a length, and Riza Hendricks just works it around the corner to a short third man, and they scamper through for a quick single. Yes, Anish, you were saying.
I think that Tikshana being a newbie, being only his second game, the more experienced South African batters, the Quinton de Kock and Riza Hendricks, who are very experienced, 5-6 years with the experience for Riza Hendricks, can probably probably put him off his game
into the
by
Kock, and he tries to reverse sweep, completely misses it, and just goes over the top of his bat, very close to the edge, and very good delivery. We've seen this a lot from Quinton de Kock in recent years, playing the reverse sweep. And I don't quite think it's his game because he goes out a lot of it. But he also hits it. He also connects quite a few times. So it's a difficult one to place for me, personally. I just don't think it's his game. I prefer him playing straight.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. They need to take out the reverse sweep for no reason.
I mean, how many times has he gone out playing the reverse sweep? Final delivery from Tikshana into the Kock, and he just cuts this past points, and it should run away to the boundary. It does.
That's much better.
Good into the over from Tikshana, short and wide outside off, and the Kock just smashes those through points for a boundary. The score 28 for 4. 28 without loss after 4.
I think the batters can take Tikshana off of his game quite easily because he's so inexperienced, rather. Because as the rookie player, you're not used to this level of competition, and
there's a lot of pressure on you since you're one of the senior spinners. You gotta prove yourself and prevail in a way.
Yeah, you brought in as the strike bowler, and you're not taking wickets. Then all of a sudden, all the pressure's on you, and you're going to need the senior players in the Sri Lankan team, and there aren't many to constantly have a chat with you.
Yeah,
just because you are not really, since he's the newbie, he's not really part of the culture, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah,
but if I was the South African batsman, I'd try to target him, just because he is the new guy in the team, and that's where I think in the last ODI that South Africa fell short, where they allowed him to bowl to them. They didn't go after him. Yeah, exactly.
The first, another change in bowling, Praveen Jayawikrama.
Yeah.
Jayawikrama. I'm just going to call him Praveen.
Okay, cool.
Call him on his first name. But talking about spinners now, how is South Africa going to choose? Do you think they're going to go into the World Cup with Shamsi, Maharaj, and the likes of Bjorn Fontaine? As Praveen into Riza Hendricks' first delivery of the ball over, and Riza Hendricks just complete first ball slog sweeps this, but on the ground, and he scampers through for a single down to long on, and they score 29 without loss after 4.1.
Is Bjorn Fontaine part of the squad?
I think he is. I think he was picked ahead of George Linde, who's also a left arm off spinner. So
I do think that we're going into this World Cup with too many quicks. I don't think we need Lungingidi in the team. Lungingidi could have been the backup,
and then
one of the traveling reserves, and put Linde in. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying, but maybe just rock up on one day and it's a hard pitch and it's not a turning dry pitch as you expect. As Praveen into Quinton de Kock, and he goes for the slog sweep this time aerial, and it's not to the conventional cow corner. This is more towards square leg. And he picks up a boundary. Good shot from Quinton de Kock. Obviously showing the intent against Pravin. Showing them he's not going to settle. We're going to take you on, not letting you settle at all. And good shot from Quinton de Kock in the end. Good result.
A sweep with intent, I have no problem with. A pedal sweep or a reverse pedal sweep for no reason, I have a huge problem with. If everyone was asking, did something bad happen in my youth? No. I'm just saying.
Where you swept under the rug.
You could never play it. You could never play
it. That's why it's stupid. Exactly. I could never play it. It's stupid. It's like, what did Eddie Murphy say that the moonwalk is a stupid dance because you can't do it. So that sweep's a stupid shot because I can't do it.
The Kock does play the reverse sweep, but he executes it perfectly between the gap, a third man and backward point. Gets a fall. What do you think of that, Anis? Do you think that is an unnecessary sweep shot, or do you say well done to him for controlling it well and getting a boundary, or is your youth still bothering you?
So here's the thing, right? The offside is packed. Yes, he got 4 runs for that. There are less fielders on the leg side. There's no reason to be chasing more than one boundary and over. Surely he could have worked that in the leg side for 2, much safely.
But the Kock, how do you know the Kock? As this time he does work it into the leg side, too short, fine leg for a single. But how do you know the Kock? He's that guy that he's going to take you on no matter what he's chasing. If he's chasing 50 or chasing 200, he's going to go after you.
I agree, but you already got your one boundary and over.
With the reverse sweep. You don't have to discriminate against the Kock because he can play it.
If he goes out playing a sweep shot, I'm going to be like, yeah, Ruud.
No, playing a reverse sweep
this
shot,
behavior.
As Praveen into Riza Hendricks, who just works this down to mid-on for another single. This over already going for 11 with still 1 ball to go. So a very good over for South Africa. The score 39 without loss after 4.5 overs.
Yeah, this is looking a bit better in terms of the acquired run rate, what they managed to score. So next one.
As Praveen into the Kock again, and he just works us into the leg side again, around the corner, and they scamper through for a quick, easy single to end the over. The score 40 for 5. South Africa still in 64 from 90 deliveries. All looking in South Africa's favor at the moment, I would say.
So they're going at 8 and over, and that's the last over of the power play. So now I think things are going to calm down a bit.
No, I think there's still 1 over left in the power play.
Oh, okay, yeah. And then I just hope that
the Kock doesn't play a reverse sweep.
Guys,
8 and over. 8 and over will get us to the score in 12. Yeah.
14 over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but with the fielding restrictions gone, I think they can just start working it around.
For the slog sweep against I can't remember his name, and he gets a leading edge.
Tikshana, yeah.
He gets a leading edge down to third man, and they scamper through for 3. So
good stuff.
What was that, a leg ball, or did it come off the bat?
Is he giving? No. Wait.
What's the what are they checking here now? Did they go up for?
Are they going up? And Quinton de Kock's like, what?
He's so confused.
You just saw his head just move like he was saying, what? They're going up. Oh. That did turn. Was it the
No,
Karambol?
I'm not quite sure what's happening here because if we're going up, we would have seen.
Physio is on the field.
Physio.
I think it might. They maybe just checking if it hit him in the head.
Maybe it pinched the finger there
Oh.
for Quinton. What are we looking at?
Just hit him on the arm. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Very confusing. It is off the bat.
Quinton de Kock is getting treatment for something. He's drinking some water.
You can't have cramp already. No, man, guys.
Yeah.
No, man, Quinton.
And
you just came out now.
That was off the bat, it seems. So they did give it to him. I'm not quite sure what's happened here because I'm very
break in play. Yeah. For some reason, there's a break in play. We don't know why.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe the Cock's like, that 3 really tired me out. So I'm not used to running so much. I might just need a drink.
Where's the water? The guys with the water bottles next to the wicket.
Yeah.
I'm running a marathon.
It looks like he might have gotten a new pair of gloves as well.
Okay.
If you look how much sweat came out of his headband and his helmet. Oh, guys.
Yeah.
There must be a more hygienic way to deal with this stuff. Jeez.
I would think so. I would think there must be. As Tikshana coming in for his second delivery into Reza Hendricks.
Yes.
Drops it short and Reza Hendricks just absolutely rocks onto the back foot and smashes this through mid-wicket for a boundary. The score moves on to 47 or 5.2, and now South Africa are really motoring along, not really taking anything from the Sri Lankan bowlers anymore. And that is
Reza Hendricks has Tikshana
from
all figured out. He's like, you're not a mystery man. I got this. Don't worry, guys. This is how you play.
Yeah, that one was dropped short. That was a bad ball, punished.
As Tikshana into Reza Hendricks again. Again, it's short, and this time just nudged into the leg side for a single down to long on. My question is, though, why have a slip for the right hand if you're turning it into him? Maybe why not have a mid-wicket there who might have stopped that boundary from being scored?
I think they...
Well, he's not supposed to bowl a half-tracker.
I know, but
he's not bowling to his field. So if you're going to place the ball there, that's what's going to happen.
As Tikshana taking a cock again, and he gives himself some room, and he just squirts this into the pitch, and it goes straight to point, no run.
That slip is there for the arm ball. If the batsman playing for the turn and it doesn't turn, and they play down the wrong line, and they're hoping to get the edge, but
as the cock plays the reverse sweep, but off a short delivery, and it's gone straight to cover again for no run. So that was probably a bit of premeditation, going for the reverse sweep, and then you're bowling a half track, and you're already in the position, which you should have probably pulled for 6.
Yeah, he could have left that ball alone, and it would have been a wide. He had to fetch it outside his leg stump for the reverse sweep.
Or you could have played it to the leg side.
And the cock just works this into the leg side for a single. The score 49 without loss after 6 overs. A very, very good power play for South Africa. The cock on 35 of 25. Reza Hendricks on 11 of 12. South Africa still needing 55 of 84 deliveries.
Quick tweet from Leah again. She says, Gorilla SA, I freely admit that my sympathies lie with Sri Lanka. How dare you? Owing to the fact that I really love the players playing for them when I got into cricket. That is no excuse. You are listening to Gorilla Cricket SA, not Gorilla Cricket SL.
Well, it's good to have some balance. We need some balance here. That's definitely true.
Not
we
today.
Have firmly green-colored glasses on here at Gorilla South Africa. So thanks, Leah. And Leah is one of our most fervent supporters. She also promoted our YouTube channel quite rapidly. I remember her tweeting something, and we jumped like 100 followers on YouTube. So thanks for that. Yeah, I mean, she's with us. So thank you.
As we said, bowling change for Sri Lanka. Hasaranga replacing Pravin as Hasaranga into the cock first delivery, and he just clips this around the corner for a single to deep square. I've got to say that I think this is a very big find for Sri Lanka, the Hasaranga. He's been bowling well all series, and he's also quite handy with the bats if he wants to be.
Yes. No, totally.
And he's a good tail ender to bat with type of batsman.
Yeah.
He's not going to score at a great rate, but he can rotate the strike. He caused us a lot of trouble in the series so far.
As Hasaranga into Riza Hendricks. This one outside off, and Hendricks trying to just work this into the leg side, but not getting anything for it. And we forgot to say 50 up for that previous single that the cock got. The score 50 without loss after 6.2 overs.
Good stuff, yeah.
As Hasaranga into Riza Hendricks again, and this one outside off, and the cock, Riza Hendricks trying to just clip this into the leg side by getting a leading edge, and luckily fall safely. But, he's hard with bit in his mouth there as they scamper through for the single.
Yep, 2 bounces through to third man in the ring. And the throw coming in with Quinton making it safely past the crease.
As Hasaranga into Quinton the cock again over the wickets. And this one in a shortish length. And the cock just absolutely smashes this straight to Kyle for a quick, easy single. The score 52 without loss after 6.4 overs.
And Hasaranga not getting a whole lot of turn there. That one was also dragged down short.
Yeah, that's where the leg spinner not getting a lot of turn. Normally you'd see they'd be the ones that are ripping it.
As Riza just works this into the leg side again for another quick, easy single.
All coming straight on. Interesting.
So maybe Hasaranga making his surprise delivery the one that actually turns.
As Hasaranga into the cock again, and he just works this into the leg side again. They took the first one quickly, and they scamper through for the second. Very, very good running from South Africa. The score 55 without loss after 7 overs. And Hasaranga's first over goes for 6.
Keeper gets a bit of a hug from Quinton de Kock. Good. Good sportsmanship between the two keepers.
Yeah, no, definitely.
It seems like the Sri Lankan bowlers don't have the same aggression. Well, the same aggression as Tabraiz Shamsi had. Tabraiz Shamsi was giving the glares. Thought he was bowling. It seemed that the glares that he was giving are normally reserved for bowlers that bowl 150 k's an hour. I was like, oh goodness gracious me.
Yeah, and Shamsi was getting some turn.
He was getting a lot of turn. It was actually shocking how much turn he got.
And that's why he was so pumped.
It might actually be turning only from one end.
Yeah.
Because Tikshana's getting turned. But Hasaranga bowling from the other end isn't getting any turn. That's very interesting.
And Hasaranga's a leggy and Tikshana is an offie. So it's very, very interesting. As we see another change in bowling, Darshan Shanaka coming into the attack.
Oh, the medium pace of the spinners are gone. Oh.
Yeah. I haven't been really impressed with his bowling over recent years. Been impressed with his batting, but not really his bowling. As he into Riza Hendricks, and the first one trying to pull it by getting an edge into his foot, and they only scamper through for a single. Haven't really
bottom edge onto his pad. Oh, that would have been if he got Riza Hendricks. He would, just drop
I would have might have taken like a fine.
Next thing you know, you're going to start calling cake ball, and then we're like, wait, no.
No, sorry, Riza, almost jinxed you there, but don't worry, you're still there, still doing well. Don't worry.
If someone in the Twitter sphere can help me out here, the biggest opening partnership in T20 for South Africa and Sri Lanka?
As this one from Darshan Shanaka wide outside off, and the Cox cuts this straight to point for no run.
because we're on 56 without loss now after 7.3. We're around about 8 runs and over, which is, I would guess, one of the best performances we've had for an opening partnership in Sri Lanka.
Definitely. We're looking very
in
solid at the
T20s.
moment. As Shanaka into the cock again, and this one short, outside off, and the cock just leaves it alone. You would have expected him to at least have like a slash at this over the top of middle, third man, but he doesn't. Just leaves it alone, and it is called one for the over. So very interesting.
A medium pacer bowling bounces. What is the world coming to?
They're trying to They're trying to tempt the false shot. They're looking for a mistake from the South African batsman.
As Darshan Chanaka into the cock again, and this one short again, and the cock just pulls this straight to long on. They should just get the one. They do. The score 57 without loss after 7.4. Hey,
Quinton de Kock upset.
You can't.
You can see he thought he could have made more of that.
Yeah.
But Anish, you can't say medium pace is bad like that. I'm a medium pacer, and I think I can bounce anybody. You know, I'll bowl like 80 kilometers if I really want to. If I really
look. To be honest with you, I'm military medium.
Like I can bounce anyone.
No, I'm military medium, but my short ball is a surprise because it's the ball that actually hits the seam and kicks up off of the surface and normally gets a guy under the chin, and I'm like, oh, and what now? And then he's looking at me, that wasn't that quick.
It's probably the only one hitting the pitch out of all the deliveries. As this one, Tanaka, wide outside off, and Riza Hendricks just drives this through point for a boundary. Very good timing. The score 61 without loss after 7.5 overs.
I don't think I'm that slow, guy.
Wow.
I'm not that slow. It's maybe one hits the seam of a good length and pops up on the pitch that hasn't been covered or rolled properly, whatever, and then it hits a crack and then bounces up. And it's like, oh, it's a surprise. Yes, I meant to do that.
Well done. But you should come play for Pirates. You should come play. If you don't want to play Sunday cricket, you should come play Saturday cricket.
No, I need to.
Into Riza Hendricks, who just drives this straight down the ground, but straight to mid off, and they don't go for the single. The score 61 without loss after 8 overs. And he's continue.
That would involve me. Are you guys going to pay my relocation fee to Joburg?
Okay, fair point.
That's a long day for a Saturday drive to PE, to Joburg from PE.
Yeah, okay. Well, when you visit, you should come at least, play one game,
Yeah, I'm definitely if I'm in the area and I'm visiting, whatever. Hopefully, there's some last man stands or something going on. I'll be a ringer.
Oh no! Don't go play last man standing. Come play our SA6 because we've got this big guy called Bean. And you should hear that guy chirp, eh? The things he comes up with will blow your mind. You can't stop laughing. You after 20 minutes, you forget you're playing cricket and you just listen to him ranting on the whole day.
That's cool. I'll be at. I just want to be at first slip and just sit with him chirping. Like,
okay. I normally keep. He's normally at first. You can be at second.
Cool.
Meanwhile, in Colombo, South Africa are 61 without loss after 8 overs, and Hasaranga back into the attack. So let's see if he can get some turn. He's spinning the ball as if he wants to turn it. Let's see what Quinton de Kock says about this one.
I've got a feeling we might just see a maximum here from the cock. As Hasaranga into the cock, and he just swaps this to the leg side for which should be 2. No, they only stay for 1. That's of course one thing I can't do. I hate watching Quinton de Kock play cricket because I love him so much, and I feel every time I watch. He throws his wicket away because I'm watching. I always feel like I'm the reason he goes out.
Yes, it is your fault.
Always good.
It's definitely your fault.
Always my fault. I don't know why, but always my fault. Oh, that was a beauty.
Oh.
So, Hasaranga now with a slip in to Hendricks.
Into Riza Hendricks. Maybe he just needs to get some turn for that slip to be in play. As Riza Hendricks goes for the sharp sweep, but gets a top edge, and Chandimal takes a very, very easy catch. And Hasaranga gets the first wicket for Sri Lanka. The score 62 for 1 after 8.2. I didn't jinx Riza.
What shot?
I was
What shot did he play?
He played the
What
sweep,
shot
but
did he
not the
play?
reverse. But not the reverse. Hey, we said reverse, not sweep. You can't
so
bring that in.
Riza Hendricks trying to get to the pitch of the ball, but the bounce and the turn just eluding him there, gets a top edge as the ball just goes a proper leg spin. Good turn there from Hasaranga, and that was the undoing of Riza Hendricks.
Yeah, Riza Hendricks, caught Chandamal, bowled De Silva for 18.
No, bowled Hasaranga.
Hasaranga is his third name. De Silva is his third name. But bowled Hasaranga for 18 of 19 balls, 2 fours, no sixes, and a strike rate of 94.73. Just quickly, another tweet from Leah thanking, appreciating the praise from Otto, saying at Gorilla SA, it's my pleasure. Alternative cricket media is a cause I will never not support. Thank you for that. Except for Dennis Friedman. If that homophobic a-hole that thought using transphobic slurs against Sir Vivian was popular. Yes, if that guy.
Guys, my uncle just messages me and says this is the first time he's listening to us, me commentating. He's like, "You guys talk a lot of nonsense. I don't even know."
Yes, that's the point.
Anymore.
That's why it's fun.
Just keep saying the score. Just keep saying the score. It's 62 for 1 after 8.2 overs. The Cock is on 41, and Markram now there at the crease, yet to face a ball.
Hasaranga into the Cock, who just clips this into the leg side for a single. The score 63 for 1, and he moves on to 42. But
so is that your root uncle or your on your mother's side?
No, it's my uncle on my father's side. But
okay, so
funny thing, my name is
Ruud.
My mother's original surname was Ruud as well.
Okay, so it's the other name. It's the other name side. Okay,
exactly.
Okay. All right, so not the root side, it's the other side. Okay, so he's going to say the root side is the bad side of the family.
I won't do that.
My brother should have never married that woman.
If I did that, if I did that, I'm not getting food tonight. As this one from us. And just misses it, and it was very close to the outside edge. So Sri Lanka getting very excited here. Sri Lanka, I think they're maybe hoping a bit here. I think with Hasaranga in full flow.
All of a sudden, he's getting turned. All of a sudden, just out of nowhere. Where did it come from? Last over, he couldn't turn anything.
Into Markram, and this one, Markram just drives through cover, which it should be 2. They only get 1 in the end, so the score 64 for 1 after 8.5.
So Markram there is stepping away. He's trying to give himself room, and then that second last ball spun away from him, and that last one he just managed to get it away, but I don't know if that's the right tactic.
Into the Cock, who just clips this into the leg side from outside off, and they scamper through for another single. The score 65 for 1 after 9, and it looks like the covers are coming back on.
Is it raining? It's raining. Oh no!
Ooh.
Let's see. Quinton de Kock is hiding his bat between his legs to keep it from getting wet. Yeah, the rain looks steadier now than we've seen before.
Yeah, no, they're going off.
But surely we are ahead on Duck with Lewis, right? We should be. I can't think
we're not. By miles. We've got half the run. We've got more than half the runs.
And then you get a repeat of the first Duck ever introduction of Duck with Lewis in cricket. South Africa in a World Cup final, needing 22 of 1 delivery. You might.
There's actually a documentary about that whole thing. They could have.
Thanks for reminding us.
What's the name day?
We actually watched that. I actually watched that game.
I was 7.
You just read about it in the history books.
I was 7.
I wasn't born yet.
65 for 1 off 9. I remember I lie. I didn't actually I didn't watch the game live, but I've seen so many replays of it, and that was actually one of the reasons why the the Duckworth Lewiston
The
method
Lewis system was
was
created, yeah.
refined. Yeah. Thanks for that, Ruud. I know you're too young to have watched that. You say you were 7 when that happened.
No,
I was 7 when that happened.
Oh, Anis, you were 7 when that happened.
I wasn't even born yet.
Okay, Ruud, your dad was 17 or 27 when that happened. Hi, no, but thanks for promoting us to your family. And
my father was 22 at the moment. He just told me.
Oh wow!
Oh. So he's
wow,
old
that's
man.
cool. Yeah. Okay, so your father's around about my age. All right, there we go.
Yeah, it's 51.
So thanks for promoting us to your family, being brave enough. That's cool. Let's see what happens now with the rain. Our producer will come on board any moment now, telling us that on YouTube, if you're watching us on YouTube, it'll go silent, and there will be a rain delay message on the live feed, and then on all our other feeds, we'll go to one of our archive matches, I would assume. So, so far, good stuff by South Africa. The 1 wicket down, that's not ideal. It would have been nice to see the opening partnership chase the 104, but it's difficult to bat in these conditions.
No,
thoughts,
definitely.
guys?
Yeah. No, I'm quite happy with where we are. It's just the only worry I have is that this rain is going to take away from, if this rain lasts too long, it's going to take away any advantage that we have, because for some reason South Africa is going to think that they're going to be under pressure and then throw things away. But they're doing quite well at the moment.
They're doing very well at the moment. So I just hope we get a full game in.
Yeah.
Don't want to stop commentating just yet.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So the previous rain breaks were quite short-lived, but we will keep our finger on the pulse and keep watching our tweets, and we will be back soon. I'm just waiting for our producer to join us here.
Yeah.
Just to confirm. So if we win this,
if not, we can just keep
yeah,
going.
let's just keep talking while we're waiting. We can have our own little podcast here. Yeah,
all of that.
Yeah.
Well, a podcast
there's so many things to talk about. No F1 talk.
Well,
no.
Very dangerous. Very dangerous with Anis here.
It all
this
depends.
is guerrilla
This
cricket. This is guerrilla radio. So go
yes,
for it.
I will keep it PG. I promise. I will keep it PG.
Yeah,
Please,
that's what we're going for. We're going for PG-13. So
okay.
keep that in
So
mind.
only one F-bomb allowed in the entire broadcast. Okay, cool.
If you really mean it and you're willing to stand by it, you can just go for flip sakes or vier varksteaks or something like that. Yeah.
4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6.
4, 5, 6, man. Shut the bloody door.
So yeah, if things I see that on YouTube. Sorry, on YouTube we have been neglecting YouTube. We got Jayadita Gupta. Jayadita Gupta, who says South Africa is going into the semis for the World T20. What do we say? And I said, I replied to that message on YouTube, and I said, you're more hopeful than most South Africans. And he said, RSA is a good team, but still missing AB de Villiers.
Oh, and what about Faf?
Quite a few players.
Faf, I mean, Faf, how good is he in the CPL at the moment?
But that's the thing, right? They were saying that it is due to financial constraints, and that they couldn't come to a financial agreement with Faf with regards to getting him to play. But Graham Smith got 2 pay increases. Yeah, got 2 pay increases in 18 months. And you're like, you couldn't have used that money to just pay him a retainer or pay the guys like Imran Tahir a retainer to so that you can call on them when need be.
And I mean, if you win if they help you win the World Cup, I mean, it's worth it.
Yeah. I know we're supposed to be positive and stuff like that, but I don't think the South African team now. I do not think that they make it to the knockout stages.
Yeah, definitely not.
Chaps, you are welcome to carry on wittering away if you like. Otherwise, I'm happy to take you off air until the rain stops. Sorry, I was watching the football. So I didn't realize that. I could hear you talking about the rain, but it was like in the back of my mind, while I was while I was talking about fantasy league.
Simon, thank
yeah,
you so much.
Absolutely, mate.
I'm going to leave you. I'm going to watch the F1, and I'll be listening with half an ear to the rest of the cricket. I think we're fully stocked for the rest of the game, Simon, or should I be on standby?
Yeah, no, absolutely. You're absolutely fine. You've done more than enough today, so that's great. I've also realized I've still got my TV on, so I need to turn that down. But yeah, thanks very much, Oz.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Good night. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Good night. So, chaps, I'm happy to then just give us all a break until such time as the rain stops. Okay. So, if you're listening if you're listening to us on YouTube or on Facebook, we're going to go quiet. We'll put the 1WSR.com broadcast onto our Right. Well, welcome back, everybody. And the news is that the match will resume in 3 minutes' time. I suppose 4 minutes by our watches. Are you guys happy to? You seem to be under control, so I'm happy to just leave you guys to do the last 10 overs or so.
No problem.
But if you need me, just give me a shout. Have fun.
We'll do.
Okay.
I've got an extra unicorn supporter.
Oh yes. Is it good luck or making the game a bit closer?
I don't know. My kids are into unicorns, and they're like, "We need to see unicorns on TV, Daddy." So we got unicorns watching the cricket.
Yeah, love it.
My Little Pony is a thing in my house.
Anish, your mic is like echoing a bit.
Okay, sorry. Let me go in and come back out quickly. Just hold on.
No, it's better now. I think it's better now. Oh well, there he's gone. I'm all on my
own. Sorry, the echo was my fault. I had my laptop on while Anish was speaking.
Oh, sorry. I just had him. Yeah, I just had him echoing.
So there's Anish back. The news is that South Africa 65 for 1. Quinton de Kock is still there on 42. Aiden Markram, he was just given up just at the end there, wasn't he? Or was he?
No, still in on 1 of 2, I think.
He's still 1 of 2. Okay, so he's there as well. Your commentators will be Anis Mohammed and Rut, and we will enjoy the rest of the match.
Oh, you're back, Anis. I'm good. I'm glad.
Yes,
I'm glad.
Yes. My mic's still echoing?
No, it's good now.
Oh, awesome. Just a quick rundown. South Africa is 65 for one after 9 overs. Batsman Quinton de Kock, Aiden Markram. Quinton de Kock 42 of 34 with 4 sixes, going at 123.52 strike rate, and Aiden Markram just a 1 off 2. Going at 50, and the wicket that fell was Reza Hendricks, who was bowled Chandamal, bowled Hasaranga for 18 off 19 balls. And it seems the players are running on. Hopefully no more rain. That's why there is an extra unicorn. Come on, guys. I think that might be the South African men's team's new nickname, the Unicorns. Much like a mythical creature, much like a South African World Cup win. So hopefully we the South African Unicorns will go make us proud and surprise everybody.
Hopefully, yeah, no, definitely.
Hopefully, yeah.
Oh. Let's just get this over and done with quickly, South Africa. You see there's rain in the air, so just get it over quickly, please.
Did you see
and there's a change in bowling immediately. Tikshana coming back in.
Probably for Aiden Markram, who has shown a propensity to be weak to spin. I don't know if Otto is listening, but that near the crash.
What, between Hamilton and Gustavo?
That was no, it's hard to watch.
Yeah, but at least both of them are out this time. It's not just the one.
Yeah, no. I mean, it was hard to watch as like that was one of the things where you're watching it with your heart in your mouth because you're thinking something bad's about to happen, and this could have ended a whole lot worse.
No, it could have. No, definitely. No, I'm so glad. Did you see who won?
No.
As Tikshana first ball into the cock, and immediately there's some turn as this one runs off the edge of the bat to short third man for a single. So you haven't seen this one yet. No.
The perfect time to bring Tikshana on because Reza Hendricks, who can read him, is out. So game on for him, and he ran through the rest of this batting lineup the other day. So he's like, advantage me. I see that. Okay.
The good thing is he's only got 2 more overs. He doesn't have his full
Yeah,
quota.
yeah. They need to see him off. But speaking of full quota podcast on 1WSR, you guys got to check it out.
As Tikshana into Aiden Markram, second delivery of the over, and he goes for the paddle.
Given! Oh no!
Oh, I thought that was off the bat.
The paddle sweep.
But he immediately goes up for the review. And it's a fair delivery. Aiden Markram.
The paddle sweep.
He doesn't get any bat on it. It doesn't look like it. It might be impact outside off, I think. Oh no, Aiden Markram, what are you thinking? Play straight, mate. I mean, play in the V. It's the best place. The V is the most wonderful place. The V is the most wonderful place in this world. Why do you want to go play square? I mean, really?
That's 2. I'm just saying. Oh no, that's in line.
Oh no,
he's done.
He's a long way forward, though. He's a long way forward.
That's not turning that much. He is dead. Oh no, guys!
He's looking very anxious. Aiden, what are you doing, mate?
That's the second wicket to fall to the sweep shot.
Well, that's just really saying. That's a battle. And I'm not giving you that one. Oh no!
Wait. What? You can't trust this bounce.
I told you. So on the review, it did miss the leg stump by quite a margin. So South Africa retained the review, and the decision is overturned. Aiden Markram still there.
Oh my goodness! Okay, that's 1-1 because in the ODIs, the Malaysia MC got one that looked dead, and then it said that it bounced over. Aiden Markram got saved by the same director. He heard us with the bias. So it was insane.
To Markram again, and this one he clips around the corner, and it should be too easy for the South African runners. As this one, I think he tried to work it into the leg side, and I think he might have just gotten a leading edge, and it went very fine. But
why?
What are you doing?
So why couldn't he have done the same thing with the previous ball? Oh my goodness! Instead of playing that shot, oh no! Oh, that's hard. Oh.
As Tikshana, fourth delivery of the over, the score 68 for 1 into Aiden Markram, and he tries to work around the corner, but it's gone down the leg side. It's a wide delivery, so South Africa won't mind that at all. Aiden Markram not looking very comfortable at the moment against Tikshana.
Yeah, I think that's also one of the reasons he was brought on, because Aiden Markram's like I said, Aiden Markram does seem to be a bit weaker against spin and the slower bowlers.
Yeah. As Tikshana into Markram again, and this one just driven straight down the ground, probably a bit too full from Tikshana on Markram's pad, and just drives it too long on for an easy single. The score moves
in
up
the
to 74-1 in 9.5 overs. Exactly, in the V. But I mean, it's that easy. It's that easy.
In the V.
I mean, why do you want to go play anywhere else?
Yeah. Oh, I think that Markram needs to stay on the other side for now.
Yeah, especially against Tikshana.
Yes, because
Tikshana coming around the wickets to Quinton de Kock. He plays the paddle sweep, and this one straight in front of the wickets. But I think there might have been some bat on it. And the South Africans proving Anis's point at this moment in time that reverse sweep aren't working whatsoever.
You see again. Oh no! He got it on the gloves. But this is the thing. It's the paddle.
The cock, the Tikshana into the cock, and he just pushes this into the offside for an easy single.
Much better shot.
After 10.
But that's my point. That a sweep shot with intent and the reverse sweep shot with intent is fine. But the paddle sweep as a release or a relief shot, or a reverse paddle as a relief shot is not. It's just not on. I can understand a ram shot. I can understand all that, but just to to sweep for the sake of sweeping. It's you're using a cricket bat, not a broom. Come, guys.
As Hasaranga continues, he's got 1 for 10 in his 2 overs. He's bowling to Quinton the Cock to score 71 for 1 after 10 overs. South Africa still needing 33 of 60. So, we're just needing under 3 runs and over. Just over 3
no,
runs.
This is easy. This is easy. You don't have to sweep.
Yeah,
just play normal.
Yeah, so don't
play safe cricket. You're not getting extra points for winning early. Just
sweep with intent at least. As
yes, but you don't even have to hit balls.
And he just works us into the leg side, but won't get the single straight to mid wicket. But I think they might be going like telling themselves, okay, we've been scoring 160 for how many games in a row? Let's say 5, 6 in a row. We might just want to maybe get this team rolling on and maybe see how much we can get. Oh, and he plays the reverse sweep, but this time he absolutely plays it out of the middle, but straight to back point. And they get only 1 from a very good shot. Anis, we know you had problems as a youth. Please don't take it out on the batsman who can play it. Please. Otherwise, AB would not have been as successful as he is today.
Yes, but however, that was a reverse sweep played with intent. That wasn't a lap reverse sweep. He swatted at that. He hit that. It wasn't one of those things where I need to get off strike.
As Hasaranga into Adam Markram drives this through the offside to backward point for a easy single. The score moves on to 73 for 1 after 10.3 overs.
Yeah.
So very good
from
Adam Markram. Not
all
playing.
They have to do.
Yeah, pretty much, eh?
Just nudge it around. You have 9. You have 9. It doesn't matter if it's boring. It doesn't matter if it's boring. It's effective.
And he tries to clip it, but it's off the pad, and they appeal, but probably impact outside leg and pitching outside leg, and they scamper through for 1 leg by. You were saying?
It doesn't matter if it's boring. If it's effective and it works, do it. Just play that type of cricket. It's because you have people saying that it's boring, and when it makes you deviate from the game plan because you start thinking, oh, something has to happen now.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. As that one from Hasaranga into Adam Markram, and it's drilled out by Adam Markram for no run. The score still 74 for 1 after 10.5. Oh, and there's a review.
What? Oh, they've gone up.
For what? That is the middle of the bat. I could have sworn that it's the
pad first. Pad first? No.
Ooh. I can't think that that's pad first. That's out of the middle of the bat, I think. Okay, so we see the review as it is
fair ball.
Oh no, that's bat first. That's out and out bat first. I can't.
Oh no, guy! Oh, that's a horrible review.
That is so poor. That has come off the middle.
There wasn't any pad.
That's come off the middle of the edge of the bat. Really?
There's no pad involved in this decision. Oh, that is shocking.
At the moment.
No, who talked the captain into taking this review? Who talked the captain into taking this review? That guy needs to be dropped.
Wait. Oh my word, there might be some pad there.
Wait, no. But no, if you look at front on, the ball is so far away from the pad. It might look like it because he's playing behind his pad, but there's
something that
no. Is that turn?
No, okay. It is off the bat. Oh, my heart was in my mouth. Like just a teeny second.
No, but that's turning and bouncing too much. If that last decision was not out because it was bouncing, that was bouncing too much and it was turning too much. No,
I think Hasaranga just pulled off of Vernon Philander with the captain there. As Hasaranga,
he needs to go
again, and this one just. Slap down the ground too long on for an easy single.
Oh, there must be conversation. Mickey Arthur must be having conversations with people.
think he's pulling the little bit of hair's got left out of his skull.
I'm wondering. You know what? I think all management of our sports teams need to be as transparent and as witty as Rassi Erasmus on Twitter. Give them a Twitter account and just say, "Go, you guys go."
And, definitely.
Because I'd love to know about like the inner workings of this team, because we know we've got all the backstage stuff from like the build up to the Rugby World Cup.
And it is Tikshana back into Aiden Markram. First slip of the over, and he gets an outside edge just past first slip and runs away to the boundary. Very, very close.
It's 4.
Aiden Markram is absolutely no way with Tikshana.
Aiden Markram is suspect. Oh no! Luckily, it bounced safe. I think. I don't think they carried, but he looks suspect.
He does. No, he definitely does. Aiden Markram living on thin ice at the moment. South Africa still needing 25 or 53. As Tikshana back into Aiden Markram, and he just pulls out of it. You know, Aiden, sorry, I was feeling like playing with you. You know, not really feeling like bowling.
I hate it when batters do that. I hate it so much.
I'll tell you now why I hate it. As Tikshana into Markram again. And this one coming off the inside edge of Markram's bat straight to Tikshana again. I hate it because me as a keeper, I have to go down and then the guy pulls out and then I've got to come back up and then go back down again.
Yeah, but that's why you got to do
my legs aren't built.
You got to do your squats, son. You got to do your squats.
I already have to do my squats for 300 deliveries. 301 aren't gonna cut it for me. As Tikshana Aiden Markram again, third ball of the 12th over, and it's short, and Markram just punches this through the covers, and it is a great shot. Runs away to the boundary. Top cricket shot from Aiden Markram. That's more like it. More what we want to see from Aiden. You know, playing straight in the view. What a perfect shot.
He gave himself some room. Well played. Good timing. I think that's the problem with Tikshana. Every now and then he drops one short, and then it doesn't matter how much you're turning it because the batter's got time.
He's not as consistent as a Herath or those kind of spinners were. Yeah, go ahead.
A quick tweet from Leah. She's speaking about when we brought up the rain. That 22 of one game was famously not DLS, but a system devised by Richie Beno. We will not speak ill of the dead, as he was a great Australian commentator. We really love him. Rest in peace, brother.
You know, of course, who my favorite commentator is. Danny Morrison.
No, from New Zealand. Yeah.
Yeah, as Tikshana into Aiden Markram again, and he just punches this one into the offside, takes an easy single to short cover, and the score moves on to 84. I just love his not his atmosphere, but his love and his energy.
His passion. Yeah,
his passion for the game. I just love it.
Stuff like this ball was hit very nicely to extra cover. I'm sorry.
And that's gone for half a dozen.
It's gone half a dozen. Yeah.
I just love it. Or they're gonna have a ball.
I'm stealing that from now on. Oh, it's gone for half a dozen.
No, I've got it first. As this one just clips into the left side for no run. Or when he goes at the toss and they've got they're saying that they're gonna have a ball first, and he does that with his arm.
Yeah,
they're gonna have a ball.
We're gonna have a ball. We're gonna have a ball. Yeah, we're gonna have a ball.
And then it's like someone like who was that comment that umpire always made funny jokes.
Billy Bowden.
Yeah, Billy Bowden. It's guys like that who made cricket.
Yeah, I think T20 cricket was created for Billy Bowden. Because when it started, it was just a hit and giggle and everything like that, and they made it fun. And like the IPL with the cheerleaders and everything like that as well, made it such so attractive to new fans. However, because T20 cricket is so quick, they expect that all cricket is like that. Yeah, all cricket's like that.
As Hasaranga into Adam Markram, who just punches this off the back foot to backward point, gets sent back by Quinton de Kock. You know, it's that thing of, I've always been a guy that loves sitting in front of a couch for 5 days and just watching Test cricket. Because I feel like that's the ultimate game of cricket.
I remember
feel it's too slow for them. They don't appreciate it as much as a lot of people do. As Hasaranga into Markram again, it just punches this down to long on for another single. The score moves on to 85 for 1 after 12.2 overs.
You know, it's the amount of time that you have to sacrifice to sit and watch Test cricket. Like you can sit for, people are willing to give up the time to sit and watch T20 cricket because it's not that long. 50 overs, there obviously less people willing because there's so much to do and so much content that people need to consume. So,
but if you look at a historical test, like when Graham Smith came in with a broken finger, or the World Cup of the World Test Championship, as this one is absolutely cracked by Quinton de Kock. Over pitching it outside off, and de Kock just mashing it between mid off and cover for another boundary as he brings up.
And that's his 50.
The 50 or 42 deliveries, a strike rate of 136.78. Oh no, sorry, that's his overall strike rate. That's his 10th 50 in T20 cricket. A very good innings for Quinton de Kock.
Yeah, he's scoring at 120.45. That is very, very well done, Quinton de Kock, leading from the front, as he should be. South Africa need another 12 runs.
15, another 15 runs. As
15 runs, sorry. 15
runs. Into the Kock again. It just clips this into the leg side for another single. Oh no, they're going for 2. They're taking 2. Good running from South Africa. But going back to that point of iconic test matches, you look at what's another very iconic test match? I can't think of anything now.
Oh my God. It was that one, and then another one that I remember.
Scoring that 142 against South Africa.
We don't talk about that. That didn't happen. We don't talk about that thing.
Hasaranga into the Kock again. The Kock coming down the track and just working it into the leg side for another single. Or Brian Lara scoring 400.
Yeah.
Or
but that's the thing.
Knocking over Mark Wall with an absolute peach,
But that's one of the things you have those battles. You have like a Michael Atherton every now and then. You have a Michael Atherton versus Alan Donald. But those battles, which happen over an hour,
Hasaranga's over just gets blocked by Markram. The score 92 for 1 after 13 overs. They still need 12 or 42 deliveries.
As that battle that happened between Alan Donald and Michael Atherton in England. That was some intense cricket. But that's missed and lost on some newer fans because they see T20 cricket and it's over so quickly. They don't. For instance, you have the mentality of just bringing in the criticism of Kemba Bavuma, where fans are saying, yes, but he's not an exciting player. He doesn't make me feel like he is. So based on, not based on stats, not based on what he's actually doing, but the way he makes you feel, it doesn't make him worthy of being in the team. And I had an argument with someone who said they'd pick Mark Waugh over Steve Waugh any day of the week, and I'm like, are you insane? I can understand. Sure, Mark Waugh was the flashier player, but I'd rather sit and watch.
Sorry, as Dhananjaya De Silva back into Quinton de Kock, who just drives this down to long off for another single. It's also battles like. You go for it.
Yeah, no. But speaking of Mark Waugh, like Alan Donald bowling to Mark Waugh, and Mark Waugh turning around and hitting his stumps, and then not being given out by the umpire, and you're like, yes, but that's out. And then you have this drama that is in between the entirety of the drama that's already there.
Yeah. You know, it's like Stuart Broad versus Warner, or Matthew Wade versus Wagner, or Coley versus Anderson. You know, as this one from Danjada Silva bowling into Markram, who just comes down the track and just nudges it down the ground for another single. You know, it's things like that make Test cricket.
Yeah, the score moves on to 94 for 1, by the way. Just leaving that. But Test cricket, the intensity is a completely different intensity to the 50 to limited overs cricket, and it is because in T20 cricket, one player can sway a game.
As this one from Danjada Silva wide down the leg side, and the cock actually smashes it into Dinesh Chandimal's pads behind the stumps as he tries to actually play it backwards and not towards the square leg.
That's an interesting shot. I can deal with that over a sweep shot. But yeah, like if you have a bad session in Test match cricket, unless it's absolutely atrocious, the game's not over. Yeah, with
this one from De Silva into the cock, who just nudges it to short third man for another single. The score moves on to 97 for 1. South Africa needs 7 off 37.
Yeah, in T20 cricket, you have 3 good overs, and it's game and it can decide a game.
I mean,
so you don't have to have that concentration.
Bowling, it's 3 overs, and as this one from Adam Markram absolutely smashed down the ground, and he gets his first boundary. His third boundary. Sorry, he moves on to 21 of 19. 2-4 from Danjada Silva, and it's cracked down the ground. South Africa moves to 101 for 1. They still need 3 runs of 36 deliveries.
So yeah, this is it's a completely different vibe and a completely different type of pressure. Where that's why a team like in the shorter format, teams like Afghanistan and the teams that are considered minnows can be competitive because they can't make
long term.
Yeah, you can't you can have that burst of something great happening, and that can be the change, and then all of a sudden over a period of time you know that the bigger team should win.
Yeah,
but
it does happen. So Test cricket just has that different vibe, and it's a lot more technical cricket, where T20 you've got the worst technique, but you can still score 100 after 100.
Yeah, exactly.
As there's another change in bowling as Praveen comes back into the attack. I'm not going to say his surname.
You're going to say his name?
because it is just too much to pronounce for me as a Afrikaans Boere Sinki. I do not have I cannot do that. I
and South Africa need they need 3 runs of 36 balls.
Come on, South Africa, keep it to the last over. You can do it. Play some Test cricket.
You're asking Quinton de Kock to block out.
And he plays the reverse sweeper, completely misses it, and it goes down to the boundary for bars. The reverse sweep wins us the game. And what do you have to say?
No, he missed that. He missed that.
What do you have to say about that?
He missed that, and this was a great all-round performance by South Africa. We're just going to take you through the scorecards quickly. I'm just going to ignore the reverse sweep that was missed.
Just for everyone's information, South Africa won the game with de Kock playing a reverse sweep and Dinesh Chandimal completely missing it. So de Kock absolutely bamboozled Chandimal and won us the game with 9 wickets. And the stats, please.
You're right. So let's go through the Sri Lankan innings first. We had Kusal Pereira, who scored 30 off 25. He went out LBW. Markram, Dinesh Chandimal, the other opener for Sri Lanka, was caught Maharaj, bowled Nokia for 5 off 8. Bhanuka Rajapaksa was caught and bowled Aiden Markram for 20. Danjada Silva was stumped the cock by Shamsi, which was an atrocious bit of shot selection for 4. Dasun Shanaka was bowled by Shamsi for 10. Karith Asalanka caught and bowled Markram as well for 14.
Oh, that was an atrocious shot.
Asaranga de Silva was bowled 14 for 4. Chamika Kurunaratne bowled by Shamsi for 8. And Chamira was LPW to Fontaine for 3. And then the number 10, Tikshama, was LBW to Maharaj after 2 balls. The bowling figures with Bjorn Fontaine, 4 overs, no maidens, 12 runs, 2 wickets at an economy rate of 2. Anik Nokia, 2 overs, 8 runs, 1 wicket for at an economy rate of 4. Kagiso Rabada was expensive today, 2 overs, 29 runs, no wickets at 14.5.
Also, the only
I hope that he will do better.
To get a wicket. So
a wicket was KG.
Yeah, he's probably going to take CFC above.
No, but Pretorius didn't bowl all bad.
Neither did Rassi. But
Rassi doesn't bowl.
Aiden
Markram.
Not at the class in any bowls.
Yeah. Aiden Markram, 4 overs, 1 maiden. 3 for 21. The only wicket maiden of this innings. Keshav Maharaj, 2.1 overs, 1 wicket for 10 runs, 4.61, a good economy rate. Tabrei Shamsi, 4 overs, 3 for 20, showing why he is the number 1 T20 bowler. And then the South African scorecard is great reading. Quinton de Kock, 58 not out of 48 balls. Rize Hendricks, the only wicket to fall, was Hasaranga bowled by Coach Chandamal, bowled Hasaranga de Silva for 18 off 19, and Aiden Markram, 21 off 19, also not out. South Africa scored 105, toppling Sri Lanka's 103. And we will be back again on Tuesday for the third and final.
The shrunken bowling figures.
Yeah, it's okay.
Chamira, that was disappointing, but really.
Yeah, Chamira, 2 overs, no wickets for 13 runs at 6.5 and over. Dianjana de Silva, 2 overs, 18 runs at 9 and over, no wickets. Tikshana came in 4 overs, 30 runs at 7.5. I think they figured him out, so his career might not be that long. Praveen Jaya Wikrama, 1.1 overs, 12 runs, 10.28 and over. And Hasaranga de Silva, 4 overs, for 1 for 22, the only wicket taker, 5.5 and over. And Dasun Shanaka came in, rolled his arm over for an over. And that cost him 6 runs at a run of ball. A good performance by South Africa, but this weekend Sri Lankan team has started to show their underbelly, and I think that the South African team showing aggression with the bowling has figured out, more or less figured everything out. What are your thoughts, Ruud?
Yeah, no, I think South Africa had a very good all-round performance, good with the ball. Surprised at how well Markram actually bowled. He was a bit lucky, but well bowled to him.
Yeah.
I think if he works on that, he can always be that 7th bowler that we need if the time comes. And then the batting, I feel like we've played very conservatively. I mean, not taking unnecessary risks and, just
which is
playing,
good.
Yeah, it was good. Knowing we're chasing a small target, not throwing it away by winning with 5 wickets, but winning with 9. So it just shows that maturity in the team, especially from Quinton de Kock, not going all guns blazing, but actually playing a conservative role.
Yeah, I like that.
Is there any tweets or?
No, just one from me saying rain, rain, go away. Come again another day so we can get this game done, and which has been done. We want to thank everyone for listening to us and watching us on YouTube. Please like and subscribe. Come join us on Twitter, Gorilla SA, at Gorilla SA, and at 1WSR. From Ruud and myself, Anis, we wish you a great Sunday evening, and let's get this started. We will be back on Tuesday